I'm on a map. I'm on a map. I got a strap. I'm on a map. I'm on a map. I got a strap. Hey, I'm on a map. Woo. Well. Just thought I would pop in here around 10:30 to see if it's anybody who listened. V Nizzle. I told him. Sip a little tea there. Hey, I told him. Is it anybody on here who was on my live over the last couple of days? And I told you. Didn't I tell you? Raise your hand if I told everybody about this market and what we was looking at. Don't worry, I got the screenshots in case anybody wants to say anything different, but I'm not gonna show you my short positions. I'm in a massive amount of money in my shorts, but I'm not even showing that because that would just be rubbing it in somebody's face. But we are gonna look at the charts though. Yak said, gotta stop listening to him. What? Who's this? Who is it that said that? Yeah, okay. For everybody else, because we obviously can't pay attention to someone like that. For everyone else, let's go here and look at the charts. This is the total 3. Today is September the 21st. And on September the 18th, I charted this out in front of everybody and said, be careful, this looks like a double top. See? Total 3. Now, for those of you who don't know what the total 3 is, it controls 90-some% of the altcoins, which look like this today. Yikes. So let's just go over here to the total 3 here, right? Since we was talking about that right there, I was looking at a 4-hour chart there. So let's just go over here to the 4-hour chart. If you don't mind if I do that, do you? You mind if I do that? Hey, let's go. Look guys. You gotta just, let me put this up here. I actually want to get a fresh chart. I want this chart to be so fresh, it's ridiculous. Let's close trading view down for a second. And refresh. Yeah. Yikes. Let's log back in here just to make sure this thing is fresh. All right, total 3, 4-hour chart. Yikes. Let's go and look at this chart now. I'm just curious to see how it looks. Again, for everybody coming in, September the 18th. Hey, be careful. This looks like a double top. But in case you were wondering, it's the total 3. It's the 4-hour chart. That's your first top. There's your second top. There's your double top. Look what's happening. Oh, by the way, for those of you who wasn't around when I drew this yellow line right here, which is the neckline, surprise. Surprise! Let's go ahead and look at a double top in Google. I told everybody, look at a double top. Look, this is the run up like this. There's your first top, comes down. This is called a neckline. See there? It's called a neckline. This right here is your second top. Boom. There's the next line. Look. Top one. Neckline. Second top. I don't have a crystal ball though, but I'm really good at what the fuck I do. I'm good at charting though. I told you this on the 18th. Today is the 21st. I showed you. Yikes. What else did I say? Oh, I doubled down on that. Look what else I doubled down on. I said here as well, with that double top, I came in here on a 1 hour chart and I said, guys, this is a bear flag. Pay attention. I said this right here falling down is a bear flag. Let me go and see if I should. Look. I said this is a bear flag. Let's go in here and let's do that. BEARFLAG, bear flag. Images. Let me show you this one right here. Or this one, for instance. See that? Comes down like this. This is called a strong move down. It's a flagpole. This is a strong move down though. Then you get the flag. If you break that flag, down goes Fraser. And this part right here is normally equal to that part right there. So, when we go over here and we look at a 1 hour chart like we was, and I look here and I do something like this, from that high to this right here, doop. This right here is a carbon copy of this. Told you. Told everybody. Look, it's right here. See? I already told you that. The market was 1.13 trillion when I told you this, meaning it was up here at 1.13 trillion at this 50% level. You lost that 50% level, and now you're looking at 1.111, and you're absolutely looking at this down here at this yellow line. I know how to chart, and I keep telling people that. COTC, I know you be checking in. I know COTC checks in. Listen, at the end of the day, the people who are going to win this game are the people that know how to chart and who understand macroeconomics. And I come on here in front of a live audience and I chart this stuff real time and I make screenshots, and I told everybody that plays out. I'm going to come on here and be real petty about it. Because I told you. Now you got people complaining, oh man, I'm liquidated, I'm stopped out, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm going to double down on that some more. Can I double down on that some more? Double tap the screen if you want me to double down on that a little bit more. Just double tap the screen and tell me if you want me to double down on that a little bit more. Let's take an asset and double down on this information that I'm giving you here and see if charting doesn't absolutely work when you know how to do it. Here we go. Let's turn the camera around. And let's go here. Let's go, just pick something random. Here's Cardano. Here's Cardano. We're already on a 1 hour chart, so might as well stay there. Well, before this little thing right here happened, guess what I know? If you was doing what I was trying to tell you to do in my course, I'm going to turn my camera around and show you my course again in case you think you don't need it. This was the swing high, right? Up here. This was your swing high. And right here, before all of this happened, this was the swing low down here. Somebody say, okay, got it. Well, watch this. Well, we come up here, there's a couple of different things we could do. We can go from this swing high right here, pay attention, down here to this swing low. This would have been the swing low down here before all of this happened. Pay attention to this. Do you look at the, oh my God, would you, if that's the swing low, would you look at this? Look at that 50% level right there. Somebody say, no, but that would have been Wade Bassett. Okay, cool. So you want to go into where we was. Look at this swing high and look at this swing low right here. Oh, wow. Imagine that. Here's your swing high. This would have been your absolute swing low. It ran up here and got rejected at the 50% level. Then got rejected at the 38% level. Down goes Frazier. I could do this all day long. So now I'm going to show it to you here like this so you can see it this way. That would have been your swing low. Your 50% levels are up here. And if you say, no, but I was watching it earlier and this was the swing low, this is a rejection at the 38% level. That goes down. Somebody say, yikes. It doesn't matter. Charting is charting. But watch this. You also need to see something else. And I'm going to erase this just to pretend like it didn't exist. Before this happened today, we're going to just go back and erase it. Bye-bye. We don't need to see it, right? We're just going to go here. We don't need to see it. We're just going to do something like this. Bing. That's gone now. Okay. We're going back in time before that happened. What would you have been able to do on your chart? Probably this. Look. Now pay attention. Pay attention, everybody. Resistance, resistance. Support, 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 support. Resistance. If this starts losing this 50% level, where do you think the next level of support would be? All right, so let's hit this play button and see where it would be. It's going to be support down here, player. This is a support line. Resistance up here. I can't. I did. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Woo. Jeez. Boy, charting is something else, ain't it? Charting is something else, ain't it? I got a course. I have a course. So now we can take that and we can say, well, damn, this was my high. Look, this was the rejection of the high right here, swing high. And this right here was the low part of that. And you see, guess what? As we go down here and hit this low, right? Come back up. This gets rejected here, rejected, rejected, boom. You have to get past the 50% level, dog. Let's turn this camera around and see if anybody is interested in getting this course now. I'm not gonna argue with people about this stuff. Hey guys, blockchainbullhorn.com. Blockchainbullhorn.com. I promise you, this teaches you how to chart. This stuff you see right here, this teaches you how to do that. Okay? 100%. If you don't want your portfolio to get smashed and your altcoins that you're in, here's your top 100 altcoins. If you don't want them to get smashed out and look like this, and you want to be aware of it, it's just charting. It's just charting. Somebody say everything is by design. No, I can't accept that as an excuse. Today listen, for those of you who are a little bit sensitive, maybe your team lost like mine, the Atlanta Falcons lost. Cowboys lost today, so America's team. There's a lot of hot people out here on Football Sunday. If you're a little bit sensitive today, your team lost, your portfolio is looking trashy right now, this is probably not the most encouraging live because I'm being extremely petty right now because I'm not accepting any excuses. I don't want to hear stuff. This stuff is by design and this, that, and the third. The charts told you this stuff days ago. I told you in the charts days ago. So I can't accept any excuses today. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Look at everybody here. But the Rams, but the Bears, but listen, those guys got checks either way. What's happening in these charts is people getting a butt handed to them. Whether the team lost or not, they all getting checks. Thursday checks coming around. Good game. No, we get them next time. We get them next time. These boys are millionaires. But if you are suffering today because your team lost and you lost on your portfolio right now, it's a different type of day. And if your team won and you saying, oh, go Bears and stuff like that, those guys are millionaires and they're not sharing their check with you. This information right here is so you can take advantage of the markets, so you can make the type of money that them boys make. They're millionaires. Don't you want to be in the 2 comma club? 2 commas and $1 million. They getting a check either way. Somebody said, is the bull run over? Nope. It's not. It's not over. The bull run's not even close to over. Right? Let me tell you what's happening. A lot of people started front running the rate cut. I did. Y'all know that. I had a bunch of longs open. I have 40 longs open. Boom, boom, boom. All that stuff making money. And then I came in here and I said, hey guys, remember? And then what did I say? It was like, Calvin, you still long? I was like, nah, I closed my longs out and I took profits. These are exact words I said. I said, no, I closed the longs out, guys, and took the profits. I'm sitting on the sideline. I said, look, what's going on right now? We're shorting because, this is looking bad stuff. Woo. Somebody says, so you should still be holding, right? Yeah. In your spot bags. If you got stuff on your ledger or your stuff on your Tangent wallets and stuff like that, sure, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Spot bags, yeah. Absolutely holding. But our trades, what I'm saying, we're no longer long on those. We're short and we're making money to the downside. Somebody say, nah, man, y'all tripping. Yeah, we make money to the upside and the downside of things. It's crazy. You warned us plain and clean. Sean, didn't I know Sean is one of my moderators, and Sean also charts. And so, he's getting better and better and better for sure. And, now, with his expertise that he has and me coming back and, coming in here and also co-sign some of the moves that he's making and stuff like that, he gets an opportunity to see it. Would y'all like to look at stuff on the macro? You don't have to. I mean, if you're not interested or anything like that, but I'm just looking at, I'm still on this Cardano. If you look at things, man, this is why charting is also super important. Like for real. Let me show y'all something real quick. Because when you look at this, you might think like, nothing's really, it doesn't really matter. Look. This is Cardano right now. You see it? Look. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at the all the way down here, and now it's sitting right here. Well, I wonder if this is an important area. This area right here. Let's do something. Let's slap a box here. You mind? Let's do a little rectangle box here, guys. From where look, it was down here and it pulled all the way back up to here. So let's just put us a little rectangle box here. You mind? right here like this, where that wick is, see that? And where we are here. And do you mind if I just drag this out? Huh. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look, would you look at that? Wow. Wow. This box that I just drew in front of everybody. You think it's not important, but it is. Back here, August, I came all the way back here to August. Everything you see here was resistance under this box. Bing, bing. No, 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 no. Here's you getting above that box and finding support. Let me draw it out for y'all so y'all can see it. No, no, resistance, 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 support. Look, this is called a break and a retest for support. Boom. There's your top one. Boom. Back to the neckline. Here's the double top up here. Ding. You think this is an accident? Do you think that it's an accident that we're here in this box? I just showed you. Charting is imperative. If you want to make a lot of money, learn how to chart. Only thing happening right now is Cardano broke out. Look, this was, I'm trying to show y'all something, man. Please pay attention. This happens on all of these assets if you know how to chart. What you're looking at, do you want me to rewind all this stuff so I can show you what's happening? Let me just rewind all this stuff back. I'm just hitting Command Z here on the Mac. Let me show you what's happening. Cardano came crashing down right here. Boom. Did all of this stuff. Look, rallied up, tried to break this area, and it got resisted. Tried to break it again. So it kept pushing down, right? Pushing down. Tried to break up again. No. Tried to break it again. No. Tried to break it again. No. Comes up here, gets rejected, finally gets past. This is called a break and then a retest. Now it is support. What was once resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like, 6 times it couldn't get past this area. This is a break and then it came back to retest. So what was once resistance is now support. You're on the top side. So it rallies up here, right? A lot of people make money and it comes back and look where it retests. It retests this support. 1, 2, 3 times. It tested this as support 3 times before it rallied back up. Look at these rallies off of this line. Look at these rallies off of this orange box here. This rally right here, that's an 11% rally, almost 12%. This rally right here, again, from the box up here, was about a 10% rally. So now it has came back down here and look at where we are right now. Do you think it is an accident right here? Hey, let me ask y'all a question. If something was resistance over here and support is where it is now, do you think that if you was going to accumulate Cardano, do you think that this would be a good place to accumulate it right here? I'm just asking questions. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you was interested in Cardano, do you think it's a pretty good place to grab some of it right there and put a stop loss like down there up under that box? Because if it falls any further than that, don't you would like to get stopped out of that? Say, hey, you got a little bit more ways to go here, and that means we would come down here. Oh, I'm keeping it 1,000 now. Somebody say he's talking that talk now. So what I would do, not financial advice, but this is what I would do, right? Let me get rid of this so you can see it. I would accumulate some Cardano down here at 85 cents because it's shown that it is now support, okay? If it, for whatever reason, was to lose this area, I would have a stop loss down here somewhere, like somewhere down here. This is where I would put a stop loss, like right up in here in this area, somewhere like right maybe here. Right, hey, if you go past this area right here, get me out of the trade. I'm not interested. Why? Because it means it's time to test a further area, which would be down here, right where this support level was. So if you lose this area right here, Cardano's going to come down here and want to come down here to this 81 cents area, back over here. where all of this right here was support, 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 support. So if you lose this level of support, it's gonna kind of want to come down here to this next level. I'm just, do you believe me or not? I'm just what I'm asking you. Do you believe? Is what I'm asking. Yeah. So I'm just sitting back. I'm playing the game the right way. Somebody say he's just sitting back, playing the game the right way. Making money to the downside. Somebody said, I'm buying more ADA right now. Be careful, right? Because, if it comes down a little bit more, it could be down 81. So if you got a large amount of capital, whatever it is, let's say it's $1,000 or $500, whatever. Don't buy everything there. Dollar cost average. Let's say you had $1,000 that you wanted to put into Cardano right now. Put 250 in where it is right now. What's the worst thing that can happen? If it pushes down to 81 cents, you have $750 left over to grab some at the next level. You're not listening, so I want to make sure that everybody understands. So Cardano is back here. It retraced to the scene of the crime. This is where it broke out. It broke out here, found support, bounced off of that support, and it's just retraced back to the scene of the crime, the breakout. And so if you want to grab Cardano, which is a smart idea because what was once resistance is now support. So this is a good place to grab some. If I had $1,000, I would only put 250 here, right? Because that would leave me 750. If it came down here, then I would grab another 250 down here. So what would that mean? If you bought some Cardano here and it came down here and you bought some here, your entry point would be in the middle. Buying some here and buying some here makes your entry point on average right about here. That's called dollar cost averaging, right? And you got $500 left over at that point. So what happens if it falls further? Well, you got $500. Well, what happens if this right here is absolute support right here? Well, as it starts routing back up, then you could take that other $500 and grab some here, and your entry point is somewhere around up in here, waiting for this to rise back up. Somebody say, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. And you know what? That's also managing my risk. Sure is. Yes, it's called dollar cost averaging, by the way, too. Yeah. All right, so let's answer some questions here. If you started investing in February of this year, do I pull profits or continue to hold? If you started investing in February this year, well, we haven't seen the parabolic bull run yet, so, and I don't depends on what assets you're in, but that coming in from Tracy asking that. Tracy saying she started investing in February. So Tracy, let me show it to you on a total 3 chart so you can kind of get an idea of what you're asking me, right? So you started investing in crypto in February. Let's show you what this looks like on a chart, because it's one thing for me to answer the question with just conversation, but look at the chart. So first thing we're going to do here for Tracy is we're going to go to this. This is the calendar. We're going to click on it, and we're going to go back here to February 1st for Tracy. Tracy, February 1st. And I'm going to click go, and it's going to take me there. So right here, February is where you were. Now, Tracy, listen to what I'm saying to you. This is where things get really, really, really dicey, okay? So February 1st, okay? Let me just draw a line on it. February 1st, boom. Now, Tracy, check this out. If you started grabbing a bunch of crypto here, right? That's February 1st right there, okay? So if you started grabbing a bunch of crypto here, the market started tanking down. So when you started investing, the market started crashing down. So if you put a bunch of money up here, look at why I'm drawing a line. Look at how this looks right now for you. If you put a bunch of money here right off the bat, you had to deal with your portfolio tanking down, all the crypto down here, because from there, February 1st, down here, the altcoins got about $389 billion got snatched out of altcoins. I'm only keeping it real, guys. I don't like to make stuff up. I just like to keep it real with people. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, $389 billion came crashing down out of your altcoins. That would be absolutely nasty work. So you had to wait for it to get all the way back up here. Look, you had to wait all the way until it got back up here in July in order to start seeing a little bit of gains here. Then it snatched some of that back. Then it went back up here and then it snatched it back again. And so currently right now, I'm going to show you the other scenario in a second. So if you bought all the altcoins up here, right, you're just now, look, on September the 5th, today's the 21st, on September the 5th, your portfolio now is just now starting to look like something special because you had to wait for it. You would have had to wait from here to here, right, is 221 days. You would have had to wait 221 days here, go through this BS right here, and you're just now starting to see your portfolio look like something special after 221 days. That sucks. But there's a different scenario. See all of this right here, what I did? If you started buying, look down here, because this is April, so if we got to go back here to like the end of February, if you started buying some crypto here, see, let me get rid of this now, because that's a different scenario. If you bought majority of your crypto here, which would have been the end of February, right up in this area, see that? The end of February, well, this looks a little bit better because now you bought a bunch of crypto down here. And you're asking me now, hey, should I take some profits? If you want to take some profits off the table, you're more than welcome. Buying here, it's no need for you to take profits off the table right now because this bull market is nowhere near over. But if you bought a bunch of crypto down here at this green line down at the end of February, you're already in profit because you've seen your portfolio go from where it is now. You've seen the market go in here and place $331 billion in altcoins. I can't make this stuff up. If she would have bought down here at the end of February, the market has pulled in $331 billion. So her portfolios look luxurious, you know. So if you want to take some money off the table, shit, you can do that. Now, with that answer, watch this. That answer was so good because it literally tells you the difference between somebody coming into the market literally 30 days early and 30 days later late. Big ass difference. No. For anybody who's not listened to what I just showed you, listen to what I'm saying here. If she would have bought here at the beginning of February, on February the 1st, she had to wait almost 221 days, guys. Buying up here and watching it crash down, you had to wait for all the way over here for your portfolio to look good. So we're talking freaking 200 and something days. 221 days before you had to wait for this to get above all of this noise. Yikes. But 30 days later, from February 1st to down the end of February, buying a bunch of crypto down here, right, in this area, you got a chance to enjoy $331 billion coming into your portfolio. Big difference between taking profits here from the 1st and taking profits from here February 30th. And is a big ass difference? Yep. Hundreds of billions of dollars worth of difference. What? Yep. Tell me if I'm telling the truth. Somebody let me know if that's the truth. So, now you have the answer to your question. I'm not a financial advisor, but based off of the information you gave me, and I'm looking at the charts, only you know when you bought majority of that crypto. Was it at the beginning of February or was it at the end of February? Now you have a big difference and a big decision to make because there's just no way I'm taking a bunch of profits off the table. If I bought at the beginning of February, you're basically at the same damn place that you was 221 days ago. Ain't nothing really changed. But if you bought at the end of February, you can take some money off the table if you want to. You've earned the right. All right, let's see what we got here. Good job. Good time to buy ICP. Guys, listen. The beautiful thing about a market pulling back like this, it's just a reset. When you understand how these market makers play around out here in the markets, it's very simple to understand. A lot of people was front running the rate cut. We already knew it like Polymarket and everybody else, we knew it was a 90-some% chance that he was going to have to come on TV and cut rates, right? I opened up a bunch of trades on the front end of that, showed everybody, right? So I open those trades up. The market runs up, boom, 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 right? The market's running, profits. We start taking our profits off the table. They're just resetting it now. All that money that was front running the rate cuts, they're just pulling it back. People taking profits off the table, the market pulling back, resetting, getting ready for a nice little run up. This is just a reset. Tell me that makes sense. That's all it is. It's just a reset, guys. The markets will make sure that you're emotional. If you don't know how to control your emotions, the market will absolutely make sure you get emotional about your money, because it will just do things like that. Pull back, you know what I'm saying? Erase all the gains that people front run. Is it front run or front ran? Right? On the rate cut joint. That's all it is. It's normal. This is totally normal, and it's so cliche. So we worried about Bitcoin closing under 115 on the weekly. So you said, am I worried about it? I'm not worried about anything. I told everybody that Bitcoin needs to stay above 115,000, but I also told, make sure, look here, this is the other thing that I showed everybody. This is another chart that I showed everybody. This one right here, I didn't show it to y'all here. I didn't mention it, I should say, at the beginning of this live, but I'm about to mention it right now. Somebody say he about to mention it right now, though. This one was created on September 17th, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 4 days ago. Are you treating us like kids now with the fingers? Just look. Just check it out. Look at this chart. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Bitcoin was $115,000 and some change. This is September the 17th. The chart is so good that I made sure that my watermark was on the chart, because people like to steal and pilfer information from me a lot. If Bitcoin can't break the top of this red trend line, we could see it fall to around 90 grand. Some of y'all are on here right now. You're just now seeing this chart. But don't worry, the chart is right here. This is the live version. This was the screenshot I did on the 17th when Bitcoin was 115,666, right? This right here is where Bitcoin is now. It's at 114,388. For those of you who don't know what the heck is going on, let me show you what this chart is. This is a chart that has a trend line, right, that extends back 8 years. Somebody say, no, that's not true. It is. This was the very top of the bull market for Bitcoin in 2017. You see it right there? That starts the trend right there. That was the top. And so if you go and you start following this trend line where these tops match up, look, just follow the line. I drew a line here, connected it to this high. Connected to this high, connected it to this high and this high. These are higher highs. So if this was 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that's 5, 23, 24, 25. That's 8 years. This is an 8-year trend line, okay? And here's what I know about that 8-year trend line. If you get rejected on the top side of that trend line, Bitcoin pulled back 84% here. Here, it pulled back 56%. Here, from this, it pulled back 78%. This was the bear market of 2022. Down here, when Bitcoin hit around $15,000 or so, right here in November, December 2022, that was your bear market for this particular cycle. When it hit up here, it pulled back from here to here about 31%. I just showed everybody. This right here is where Bitcoin is getting rejected. If it continues to get rejected here, it can pull back on you 24%, which will put you right here at this pivot line, in case you're not paying attention to it. Losing this pivot line is a crash. Above the pivot line is a challenge to the upside. Losing the pivot line to the downside. Losing the pivot line downside. Pivot line up. Pivot line sustained up. Look at where you are right now. If this is a rejection, Bitcoin is going to pull back down here to this pivot line around 24%, which could end up being around $90,000. That's why this says if Bitcoin can't break this red trend line, we could see it pull back to around 90 grand. So we're at 114 right now, and I don't have a crystal ball, but 4 days ago we was at 115, and I'm watching this like a hawk. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. But I know how to chart though, and I know what the probability is, so I have to watch that just like everyone else. This is how charting works. That is an 8-year trend line. Ignoring an 8-year trend line could be an absolute mistake, which I'm not willing to make with my money. It's way too much of it in the market. So I'm not willing to make mistakes like that. I have to take that shit very serious, and I have to make sure that I watch BTC, and I have to see how these weekly candles are going to close. I have to look at the daily stuff, and I have to look at some of the short-term stuff because I don't like playing those type of games. Not me. Not me. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm not going to do it. And so currently, as we stand, Bitcoin was at 117,000. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. We was at 117, almost 118,000 here. And currently, we're down to 114. So from that denial, we've already dropped about 3%. And that's pulled Bitcoin from 117 down here to this 114. And now people are suffering. Well, is it over? Well, is it over? Well, let's just go here and see if it's over. Let's go here to something like, like a daily chart, right? And let's go ahead and zoom in on this. And let's see if it's over. Well, here was your absolute high. This is the highest Bitcoin has ever been in history. This 124, almost 125,000. I'm only speaking facts. Bitcoin has never been higher than this ever in history. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this right here. And let's go ahead and connect the dots. Yeah, right there, like this. That's probably a smart thing to do. And it's probably smart to go ahead and grab this and put it down like that as well. Yikes. So if this was the top right here, Bitcoin has never been higher than that ever in life. And it came down here and it found this base of support right here and it rallied back up. And this is rejection. Whoa. There's two things that this thing could do. Bitcoin could come down here, test this median. Because, once you lose the median right here, it's a down play. And once you catch support here on the median, it's an up play. So it could come down here to test this, which is around $109,000 Bitcoin. And if you lose this median, you'll be down here to this 102,000 because this right here is the next level of support. These are your two levels of support for BTC. And I don't got time to argue with people about it. I just know how to chart. And if you think it's not on its way down there, let's go ahead and look at something like a sort of time frame, something like the 4-hour chart. And let's see. This is where we're looking like right now. Okay. And if you don't know how that works, let me go ahead and show it to you. This was your uptrend right here. I'm just drawing the lines here, guys. Look. Support, 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 support. This is where you lost support. You lost support here, came back up to try to get back above this line, got rejected, so now you're going down. So that's my support line, facts. And that my resistance line is like this. So as we started rallying up off of this right here, it just went ding, 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 ding. And now it lost this. And so since it lost this, it could come down here. Because I know how to chart, I have to watch it. Don't you have to watch that? Somebody say, yeah, that's like, and this is in my course. And this stuff is in my course. All I'm using is trend lines, well, parallel channels, which are basically glorified trend lines. That's all I'm using. I'm just using parallel channels in front of everybody. And this is just glorified trend lines right here. Somebody say, yikes, 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 yikes. I'm going to double down on that. Who wants to see me double down on it? Because I like doing that for sure. Anybody want to see me double down on what I just showed you? Anybody want to see me double down on what I just showed you? Somebody says, shit, your TA is fire. I'm going to double down on it. Watch this. I'm looking at a 4-hour chart, which is the middle of the road. What do you mean? It's not short enough to be where, day traders and scalpers hang out. And it's not long enough in the tooth to become what's called swing trade stuff for the most part and super long term. So it's kind of in the middle to give you a good idea of what's happening on the smaller time frames and the longer time frames. So it's pointing down like this. Now here's where things are about to get interesting. I'm going to go here now to a 1 hour chart. Pay attention to this over here. I'm going to go to a 1 hour chart. You think that this is not a big deal. This right here. You think that this is not a big deal. Now, pay attention to what I'm showing you. This is very good. I'm showing you Bitcoin is down on the macro. And inside of this macro move, I highlighted this support level rising up like this. And this was the last level that it got rejected at up here. Somebody say this was this 117, 118. So it's now pulling down and broke out of this channel. Now, this doesn't look impressive until I do something here in front of everybody that absolutely is impressive. You ready for it? Watch. I'm just going to go up here and click on my EMA ribbons. Remember, I'm on a 1 hour chart. Pay attention. Custom EMA ribbons. Look. Uh-oh. 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 Do you see it now? See, I don't have time to argue with people. Let me explain to you what's happening here. There's a lot of little marks on here that you might want to just let me get rid of them so you're not confused. Let's get rid of this one right here. Bye-bye. Let's get rid of this one here. Goodbye. And let's get rid of this one right here. Okay, look, bye-bye. Now let me give you some new marks based off of my EMA ribbons and see if this is something you should pay attention to. The EMA ribbons cross right here to the upside. Yellow ribbon over the blue ribbon. You went up, right? You get a rejection here. These EMA ribbons cross right here, challenge the bottom side of this. EMA ribbons cross right here, up. EMA ribbons cross right here, down. EMA ribbons cross right here, up. EMA ribbons cross right here, down. EMA ribbons cross here to the upside, up. You see where this is going, don't you? Now, what do you see right now? Yikes. Right? If this has already broken out of this channel and it is doing this, this could lead and go into some higher time frames, like the 2 hour chart where it has also crossed, or the 4 hour chart where it is looking like it wants to cross. And believe me when I tell you, when these things cross on the 4 hour charts, they will go down way further. If you don't believe me, look right here. The 4 hour charts don't cross very often. You see all of these little joints right here? Those are 15-minute charts, a bunch of noise. This only crossed one time down here on the 4 hour chart to get this. If this crosses, you're going to get a down move like this for sure. Because the last time we crossed was here for all of that. Cross here for all of this. If this crosses on the 4 hour chart, you're going to get a move down here to this area. I don't argue with people about it, though. What am I going to do, though? What am I going to do? I am going to screenshot this. You guessed right if you did guess that. I'm going to screenshot that because I don't have a crystal ball. But if that happens, I'm just going to come right back on another day where I'm being real petty and show the chart and be like, what you want to happen is that we avoid this. Somebody said, I just sold my bags. That's not a confirmation, bro. Can't sell your bags. Why are you selling bags? Right? It hadn't crossed. It hadn't done. So, you trying to front run the market now, and that's not a good thing to do. Somebody said, I just sold all my bags or whatever. I just sold every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell y'all what to do with y'all money, but I can only just show y'all what the deal is, what the charts look like, and what's happening. And you know, when things are looking nice, they're looking nice, and things are looking whack, they're looking whack. And I just can't. I just got to be honest. So, but for those of you asking me, are we still in the bull market? Yeah. Okay. Until you start seeing those things cross down on something like an 8 or a daily chart, we're still in the bull market for sure. Nothing crazy happening. So should I short Bitcoin now? Well, you know, you're going to be coming into a position late. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean here, right? You're coming into the position late now, right? You're coming into the position late. The shorts start happening here. Right, you can see that this got resisted up here, and then it started pulling down, and this crossed. So there's a bunch of money made here. Then we went long here. Everybody saw 40 positions I had open. So we have 40 positions when the market was running up. This is Bitcoin and controls 60% of the market. So it was this and a bunch. I could just go here and show you Cardano and all the rest of them. They were all up, okay? We're just using Bitcoin, okay? So we made all this money. Then we saw this rejection happening. So we started our second set of shorts here. So look, this is how crazy crypto is and how trading is. We shorted the market here, but let me get rid of these indicators because that's too much going on in this chart. We shorted the market here and let it slam down all the way down here like this, found this support. Then we went long right here in this channel. These are just channels that I'm looking at here, just so y'all can see. This is nothing but a channel. So we shorted this channel right here to the support level of this, and we rolled this channel right here up to the rejection of this. And so now we're in shorts. If you go in and short now, note that you're shorting and you're coming in a little bit late because we got in stuff that we started shorting around this area here. Not to say that you can't short now, but you need to wait for this to play out now, because on the shorter time frames, you know, you're gonna see some stuff move up and down. Right, and so you just got to give it some time. You go shorting in right now, it could be a bad thing for you because the 5-minute charts are not. This is too much game. Okay, here's where I'm going to give everybody an answer because we're going to grade on the curve, but I'm going to give y'all some answers so that y'all don't. Because I really want y'all to pass, because these teachers be out here just giving stuff away and giving all the answers because they want the kids to pass so they can get that check. They're not really teaching them. They're just giving them answers. So I'm just going to give y'all an answer. There's some teachers out there, there's some educators out there right now folding their arms aside. I mean, I'm going to give y'all the answer right now. Okay, let's get rid of all of this stuff because this is a lot. This chart is starting to look crazy. And anybody coming in here right now going to be like, what the hell is going on? This is why I don't like y'all, because y'all be putting all a bunch of shit on y'all chart. So let's get rid of this. This thing is noisy right here. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's remove 28 drawings by... Okay, cool. Now let's zoom in right here. The peep game. Currently, you're saying, yo, should I short? Okay, now what? Pay attention to what I'm about to show you, because what I'm about to show you is crazy. This is a 4-hour chart. I'm just going to redraw this back so we can make sure we keep this in place. This is what's happening here for sure. So we're in a down channel right now. That's your macro view. And this happened literally today, just crash, right? Okay, so we know that this could easily come down to this area for sure. Okay, cool, no problem. You said, well, should I short? Well, this is a 4-hour chart. Now watch this. I'm going to throw my custom EMA ribbons on just to show you something. Why you should be careful. So currently, you haven't seen these cross yet. And you're saying, bruh, I'm going to get ahead of the game. Let me go ahead and start shorting now because, you know, this hasn't crossed yet. So I'm going to front run this. No, because if I go here to a 5-minute chart, pay attention. I'm going to circle this area right here for you, like that. And I'm going to go here to a 5-minute chart. Pay attention. Yikes. What is going on here? Look at this. This is your 5-minute chart. Don't look impressive, do it. Except for the fact that if you follow these ribbons all the way up, okay, they crossed right here, which means on the 5-minute chart, this is already starting to find a bunch of support. Look at all of this down here, guys. These are 5-minute candles. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. It's having a hard time. Bitcoin is having a hard time getting past this area right now. Let me just go ahead and make this little line right here. Boom. Bitcoin is having a hard time finding a way to get past 114,223 right now. You see all the support. So if this ends up being support on this 5-minute chart, these are going to wrap around like this on you and start pushing back up. You'll be trying to short the market and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And on the shorter time frame, people have to buy this up and start pushing the market up so they can make money. You'll be in an immediate unrealized loss. These people will be in gains because they're on a shorter time frame. You're waiting for shit to play out on a 4-hour. This will do this a gazillion times before the 4-hour chart happens. And so you'll be in an unrealized loss. Somebody say, yikes. If you don't believe them, you can currently see this candle right here, which is a live candle. It has 37, 35, 34 seconds before it closes. And you can see that these candles are starting to become green, pushing up off of this, which means this is pushing up. Somebody say, no, wait, whoa. Told you I was going to give you the free answer. That's why it's important. What time frame are you on? Because if you're making a decision on the 4-hour chart, you got to wait like a week or two for that to really start playing out the way you really want it to play out. The people that's on the 5-minute chart, that's just going to start playing out for them in the next couple hours. Somebody say, woo, flag on the play. Flag. Got some laundry on the field. Flag on the play. We got some laundry on the field out here. That's crazy, right? See how it works? Somebody say, double down on it. I dare you to double down on it. Who wants to see me double down on this? You know I can do it. Tell me you want me to double down on it. Just triple double dog dare me to double down on it. And I will. Somebody said double down. Put the double D's on it, Cal. Put the double D's on it. Sure, no problem. I'm going to double down on it. I'm going to make it dramatic. I got to make it dramatic. I absolutely have to make it dramatic. So let me hide this for a second. Let me go over here and hide this one little thing for a second. Here's the double down. Pay attention? Okay. Remember, this is the 4-hour chart. And currently on the 4-hour chart, these EMA ribbons, let me just get rid of this line as well. These EMA ribbons are starting to pull in. They haven't crossed yet. In order for this to continue on a higher time frame like the 4-hour chart, these have to cross. And that will send Bitcoin way down here to 112, 110, something like that. It'll pull it down for sure. But they haven't crossed yet, which means they can come back up like this on you, and then you just wasted your time. Calvin, that's not true. That never happens. Sure it does. Sure it does. You know, like here, and it's pulling down, and then it's like, nope. Right? It's like, no. So until it actually crosses, you shouldn't be making no crazy moves on a higher time frame. Because if this is one of these moves where it just comes down like this and you think it's going to cross and be like, nah, gotcha, right? And continues. It only happens, they have to cross, Playboy. This is an uptrend. So if it does like this and then swoops back around on you, you can be in trouble. This is a higher time frame. But on a lower time frame, right, you've seen the cross way back here. Now, the reason I was trying to save you on that is because I just told you on this 5-minute time frame, these are already starting to find support. Now, here's where I double down. Check it. I'm going to turn this on. Watch. Look. Ready? I'm going to count it down from 3, 2, 1. Wait, what? Yeah, pay attention. See it? Yeah. You see this red bar? This is where these EMAs cross and this bar turned red to let you know this was 100% going to be super bearish. Bing! Well, guess what? If it's currently red right now, what's the next color? Let me just go back here and remind you for a different area. Here's where it turned red. EMA ribbons cross right here, turn red. Down goes Fraser until it curves up like this. Look at all the support. Let me make sure that you can see it until it finds all this support down here. And these swoop back up. This turns blue and you get that. Yeah, look at it again. What do you see right now? Be careful. This is finding support and this has already pulled down. The next color as this pulls back up will be blue for the upside. Huh? Wait, I'm confused, my boy. Shit. Oh, Calvin, I'm confused right now, bro. I don't know what the hell to do right now. If you don't know what to do right now, sit on the sideline. There's some people giving me a hand clap right now. They like, no, this is grade A technical analysis. Seriously. If you don't know what to do right now, sit on the sideline. Right? Because only the pros are in shorts. We started shorting a couple of days ago when I was sharing everybody, this thing is hitting resistance. Hey, this is a double top and all of that stuff. I started putting in shorts. You know that. I told everybody this stuff. So the people that are in shorts are in profits. Okay. Now we're sitting back waiting to see if this is going to play out on a higher time frame. We're in profits, so we're just going to protect those profits with some stop losses and stuff like that, you know. And so what we're going to do now is wait to see, is this going to be a little bit of a relief rally up? Because look, when this goes back up, it has to, in order for it to be bullish, it has to create a higher high. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. So get rid of these indicators. If this is bottom line right here, look, I'm going back here. To ultimately be super, super bullish, what does it have to do? If this is my low right here, this is the high that it has to break. Meaning when this starts pulling back up, it has to break this high. If this is, look, if this area right here is the floor, this right here is the floor, and this is the ceiling, it has to pull up here and break this ceiling, turning it into the new floor. And then the next ceiling would be what? Up here. Right? What was once the floor and what was once the ceiling, you break the ceiling, turn this to the new floor, and this would be the next ceiling. And it would have to keep doing that in order to be bullish. Facts. Here's another way to look at it. If this is my low and this is my swing high, it also can't be bullish until what? Well, if this is my swing low and this down here is my swing high, guess what else? It cannot be bullish until what? Until it gets up here and breaks this 50% level. Somebody say, got it. For those of you who like this stuff on the macro, you can pull it up here to this high and say, I'm not coming in here just to be super safe on the safe side until we break this 50% level up here. Somebody say, got it. So just chill. Just hang out, relax, cool out right now. You're not missing anything. Bitcoin is sitting at $114,000. You're totally fine. It's not like you're going to turn around tomorrow and it's going to be 127,000. You got plenty of time. I'll come on a live and say, hey guys, the market is starting to look a little bit bullish again right now. We're bullish on the macro. I mean, we're still in the bull market. We're just having a little bearish pullback. That's okay. It's just a little reset. Just chill, man. Don't worry about this. Y'all liking the way I'm explaining this stuff? Or y'all this is way too confusing? Let me know. Let me know if this stuff is just really good information or if this is just way too confusing for you. Just like, I'm out. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home. Okay. A lot of people saying, thanks, appreciate it. Indeed, this is great. Chill and buy a course, Blockchain Bull. Rui said, chill and buy the course on Blockchain Bullhorn. Thanks, Rui. I guess I should just remind them of that. For those of you who are saying, shoot, I need to learn how to do this because this is crazy. This is where my course is. Rui's got it right there. But there's the URL so you can see it. Just screenshot this now and you'll have Rui's comment and you'll also have this in your phone. Blockchainbullhorn.com. super simple video crypto course. It's for building beginners up and intermediate people, traders, to sharpen their edge with step-by-step videos for proven strategies, proven tools, and market insights, which was once this stuff I taught only for private coaching clients. Some of them are on the line right now, like Rui, who was definitely 100% in my private coaching. Shout out to Rui. Going to rewatch with my husband tomorrow. This Vanessa came in and said, "No, I'm gonna rewatch this to my husband tomorrow because he needs to see this. It's crazy." Thank you for all the info. You're welcome, user 284834. They got to be somebody special. Sometimes they come in and they be like, "I don't really just do a profile like that because I only made a profile just to watch you on a live, and then I just duck down and be out of TikTok." I don't know. Nobody don't need to know a name or nothing like that. We got some high power. Listen, y'all laughing, but there's people that get on my lives that are decamillionaires. They got multi millions of dollars, and they don't want y'all to know who they are or whatever. So they just be like user 23 6 76 2 3 4 5 10. They only made a TikTok account just to come on here to watch me on the live. I'm dead serious about that. I'm not even joking. Somebody said, buying the dips, baby. Yeah, no doubt about that. This guy only pop out to exploit. Also, bro, ego got too big since 2022. This is Prodigy coming in, guys. Let's welcome Prodigy to the community. He said, I only pop out to exploit. This is coming in from Prodigy, guys. Hey, let Prodigy know if that's a true statement or not. Prodigy, I'm popping out today because you was late, so wherever you was at. But today is the 21st, Prodigy. I'm talking directly to you. And on the 18th, I told everybody that this was a double top and that the market was sitting at 115 trillion and that it was going to pull back. Where was you at, Prodigy? You said I'm only popping out only to exploit, but it seems like I'm popping out to remind people of what I warned them about that was going to happen, and stuff like this. When I told them that this was going to come down here like this because this was a bear flag, when I also warned them that. Where was you at, bro? Now, I don't pop out to exploit. I pop out to educate and remind people that my information and my intellectual property is really good. You wouldn't even be here, Prodigy, if it wasn't. You know how many people are live at 11:40 p.m. on TikTok? TikTok has over 1 billion plus users a week, probably a day. Why are you here? So you got one thing right about 2022. I'm better. Way better than I was in 2022. And remember, in 2022, I was already a millionaire with affiliate marketing. So, yeah, you picked the right day, though. Okay? Just want to make sure you understand. But why are you here, though? Why are we here? How do we protect our crypto? It's in my crypto cheat guide. Let me see if I can show it to you. Here's how you protect your crypto. With answers right here. With Tangent wallets, with ledgers, you know what I mean? I also have, let me see. I think I have let me see if I have it with me. Give me a second. Hold on one second. Let's take a little intermission here for a second. Let's play you some music. Let's see if I can play you some music while I'm on this will only be like a 2-minute, if that 1 minute little break here. What can we play here for some? Today, it's Sunday? Huh, that's Sunday. Let's play this. We'll just play that for a second. 1 second. 1 second. Sometimes you gotta listen to that Christian bop music though. This is how I rock on Sundays, y'all. I turn Future and all of them off, and then I play stuff like this on Sunday. What? Christian rap music that came a long way. What? Love that. Okay. Protection. That's what we said. Protecting your crypto. Man, y'all got to get up on that, boy. Christian rap music and changed. Them boys got better producers and everything. Well, they out here. It used to just be Lecrae. You know what I'm saying? Reach Records. But man, they didn't caught up to you, Lecrae. Everybody got banging beats now. Them boys know how to roll. They know how to flow. Shout out to Lecrae, though. Okay, cool. Listen. Back to what we were saying. How do I protect my crypto? Nice little intermission there, right? Sarah. Look at Sarah. That's crazy, right? Play some more of that in a minute. The Crypto Cheat Guide, ladies and gentlemen. The Crypto Cheat Guide, ladies and gentlemen. If you go down here to a couple pages, like right here, page 16, chapter 4, crypto wallets. If you are serious about creating wealth with cryptocurrency, you cannot leave your digital assets on exchanges. Remember this phrase, not your keys, not your crypto. Discounts to Tangent wallets and ledgers and stuff like that here in the book. But if you just want to go straight there, you can. But this teaches you about wallets, tells you hard wallet software, paper, pros and cons to having them, setting up pins, where to buy, all that stuff. 2 videos over here to really show you how stuff works and all of that. And so, yeah. Now, I keep backups. Like, when I say backups, I mean, like, here's 3 Tangent wallets unopened. Some of y'all seen this. Y'all see me point to this stuff a lot, and you be like, my boy is fronting. You know what I'm saying? He always showing the Tangent joint, but, like, the plastic is still on it. So is he really protecting his crypto? Is his crypto really on Tangent cards? How can it be? Well, that I can see how that looks. I really can. Except you haven't gotten outside the box. Here's how this works. If you was to ever lose your Tangent cards or anything like that or whatever, you got your C phrases and you can actually recover your crypto because everybody's crypto is on the blockchain and you have the C phrases and all that stuff. But in the heat of a bull market, ledgers and Tangent wallets can absolutely be bought up to the point to they're on back order. Let me explain something to you. If you have your crypto on something like this, a ledger, and let's say you lost your ledger because you're making so much money, you went to Cancun and you forgot you had it in your wallet before you left the hotel and it fell out and your ledger just went to the bottom of the damn ocean. Right? Or whatever, it caught on fire, whatever. And it's just gone. You could just go buy another ledger, right? With your C phrases, recover all your crypto because it's on the blockchain, no problem. But the problem is, in the heat of a bull market, these can actually go on back order. Yikes. That could be a problem for you. Because if you lose your ledger, and even though you can recover it, and you can't buy one, and it's on back order for a month, 30 days or 60 days, do you know what crypto can do in 30 to 60 days? You can lose a shitload of money because you can't access your crypto because you don't have the ledger. So I keep these on deck. I keep spare Tangems on deck, spare ledgers on deck. Somebody say, that makes sense. You know what? Let me go buy me an extra one right now. But in this case right here, which is a military grade type of case that I could carry with me and all of that stuff, drop proof and shock resistant proof and all that. I got my Tangem here. Here's a Tangem. Unless you're really good at reading backwards or you have dyslexia, you might not want to be able to read this. But that says 2 Comma Club. That's a Tangem card. This is a Tangem card right here. This says Trading Capital. This is a Tangem card right here. This says my OG Tangem wallet. That's why it looks like that. That's the OG one. This one is a Tangem joint, and it says generational wealth. No, we finna flip these around. Whoa. This one says generational wealth. This one right here says 2 Comma Club. This one right here says Trading Capital. And this one right here says OG Tangent Wallet. This one says Generational Wealth. What do you have on that? Dang, my boy. Whoa. He got a Tangent Wallet and it's named Generational Wealth. Then we got stuff like this. You already know I got ledgers. But this one is a nice one. We haven't looked at this one in a minute. Let's open it up. Look at this. Let's just flip this one around and see what it says. You flip this one around and you open it up. This one right here, some of y'all know this is called a Ledger Stacks. It's very different from this ledger over here. This is a Stacks. And so I'm going to open this Stacks up. Look what does this one say? Let me see. It's got a name. You see the cover on it. That's me and the Queen Bee right there. Look at the cover on that mug. You just when you got holding something like this, you just got to be smiling from cheek to damn cheek. Yeah. Whenever I pull this one out, I'll be like, yeah. That's how you protect your crypto, though. Long way to get that answer about protecting your crypto. These are fun questions to answer, for real. Somebody said those are somebody said it's like a spare tire, Royal Flush Drain Cleaner. Yo, if y'all got issues with y'all toilets and stuff like that, Royal Flush Drain Cleaner is on deck. Stop playing. That's a straight up skill. Get into the bag. It's like a spare tire. You got that right. You still shorting today? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Kanye, you right. Kanye of LA said, you keep telling them. I absolutely do. Where's the ring, Unc? It's right here. This is a spare ring. You got a ring and a spare ring? Yeah, this is a spare one. Let's change the ring. So that worked like an aura ring or something like that? Yeah, but it's for my crypto though. That's the Tangent ring. I got it too. Yeah, I got that too. Bro, I don't know what people doing out here, but I got them. I got the stuff to protect the crypto, and I got the backups. Straight up. Straight up. Let's see what else we got here. Market is down. Yeah, it's down. I told everybody that it would be down like 4 or 5 days ago, and I screenshotted it, and I made a screenshot telling everybody it would be down. Hello, sir. Is it still a good time to buy ETH? You want to wait for ETH to find a bottom? You know what I'm saying? Woo, this is crazy. Woo, look at that drop. So right now is let's look at Ethereum. Y'all mind if we look at Ethereum together? Let's look at it on the day chart real quick, just to kind of show y'all where it is. Because this move right here, it looks like a treacherous move. I mean, this looks like wow. When you see something like this looks terrible, right? It's like you see this, yeah, boom, 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 right? Looks absolutely terrible. But what do you see that's happening right now? You see that it's starting to form a little bit of a base down here. No. So that looks like that's a support level. Cool. Now, that looks bad because this is a 15-minute chart that I'm looking at. Let's look at the daily chart. Just keep an eye on this little stuff. Look at all of that right there. But look what happens when I hit the day chart. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's still there. You just can't see it. Bruh, there's no way it's there. It is. It's a little dot. look at it doesn't look so bad now, does it? Yeah, let me show it to you again. See that little dot right there? We're just gonna move down from this day chart to like a 4-hour chart, so you can you see it now. You see it? This looks terrible right here. Then you go here to a 1-hour chart, you see it a little bit more right now. And you go to a 15-minute chart, you can really see it now what I just drew. Y'all be so dramatic, and it's not dramatic like that. If you just go here and look at this day chart, pay attention. This right here, remember when I scaled up my re-entry, this was my entry point right here, the scale up re-entry point. Some of y'all are asking me, hey, is it a good time to buy right now? Well, pay attention to what you see right here. Tell me what you see. Well, you don't have to tell me. I'm just going to take a line. I'm going to take this line right here. Let me see if I can draw up some consistency here. Let's see, maybe there. Why would you put a line right there? Because look, resistance, resistance, resistance. We got past the green line here. So there's the break. Comes back to retest right here. Loses the green line, right? Comes back up, gets above, because this candle closed down here, because red candles close at the bottom, and green candles open right here at the bottom and close at the top. So somebody say, oh, got it. So this opened here, closed here. This opened here and closed back above the green bar. This opened here and closed back under the green bar. This opened here and closed above the green bar. So we're back. And then it comes back here and look at this. Support, 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 support. And then it rallies back up here. And all it's doing right now, I can't make this shit up, is just coming back here to test this support level. So if you're asking me if you should grab Ethereum, I'm not a financial advisor, but what was once resistant, support, 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 support. This candle is above this green line. The bears tried to push it down here to close under the green line, and the bulls are pushing it back up, all right? And so right now, we're just seeing this teeter-totter around. So if you just want to hang around to see if this loses support, that's totally fine. Or if you're trying to hedge this, you can grab some right now. And if you're on a trade, you can put your stop loss down here up under like this right here. So it will look something like this. I'm going to grab this Ethereum trade right here, and I'm going to put my stop loss up under this little wick right there. So you would be risking 2.27% of your capital. If you're on a leverage, you would have to take that leverage and multiply it times that if you get stopped out. And that's what your trade would look like. Or you could just wait. You can just wait for some confirmation. You can wait to see, does this close up under here, or do we start finding some support? And when it starts pushing back up, you buy this down here as support. Somebody say, got it. So it's not time to do anything right now, is what I'm saying. It's crazy. The charting is crazy. The charting is crazy. Somebody said that zone is beat up. That zone is just straight beat up. Well, that's what happens to zones, guys. Somebody said that zone right there just beat the hell. Well, that is a true statement, but it's also a very important statement whether you know it or not. Because you see where this zone was getting beat up here with resistance and all of this is support up here? Well, when's the last time you saw that? Probably right there. Bing, 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 bing. Boom. Or maybe when you saw it down here, where my original entry point for Ethereum was. Ding, 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 ding. Resistance, resistance, support. Boom. When you start seeing an area get beat to hell like this, it's a very important area. If you lose it, you know you're going to the downside. If you can find support on the top side of it, it is a springboard. Think about this like a trampoline. Boom, 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 right? You ever been on a trampoline? Like you can just do like this. Look, that's what's happening here, right? You tried to bounce on the trampoline, didn't have a whole bunch of bounce there, fell through it. You came back up, boom. Look at where you are right now. See if this is support. Or you lose this support and you come slamming down. You know, you don't want to see a trampoline not hold support. You will hit the ground. Call the ambulance. You jump on a damn trampoline and those springs give out, or you got an old trampoline that been sitting in the damn hot Georgia sun and water been getting on it, dry water, and you get a dry rod and you jump on that shit and you go through the damn trampoline. That's gonna be a bad time. You don't want to lose support. That's all I'm saying. Do you have on the course the EMA ribbon custom configured? 100%. 100%. TOB. Yeah, 100%. It wouldn't be a good course if I didn't have them. It wouldn't be a good course if I didn't have those EMAs custom configured. Ask anybody who has the course. Is that true? For everyone who has a course, help T.O. out because he may or may not know me, and this might be the first time seeing me. The question is, he wants to know, do I have those EMAs configured out? Custom. Answer the question down there for T.O. for me. T.O., pay attention to the answers that start coming in a second. XRP is not going to 10K. Okay, yeah. So why are you telling me that again? Who is this meme? Somebody said XRP is not going to 10K. Why are you telling me that? I have no idea why you're telling me that. Put it up there with the person that said XRP is not going to 10K. Why are they telling me that? $10,000. Why are you telling me that? I've said a gazillion times on my lives that no one knows where XRP is going. It's been around since 2014. Okay, it's the only crypto that's in the court system with records that is not a security, and you know it's going to have its own stable coin. An ETF is going to be launched for XRP, but yeah, 10,000. I never said XRP was going to $10,000. So by the way, if you thought that you heard me say something like that, it's because someone stole a piece of my content and like tried to put some information up there. Like, so be careful where you see the content because I don't have anything on my entire timeline about XRP, especially the $10,000. So you really need to pay attention to where you're seeing the content because blockchain Bullhorn, there's no piece of information on my entire timeline that even talks about XRP. So, this is just a clear-cut situation where you haven't done your due diligence to find out where my real channel is and stuff like that, my real profile. And so that's all. You just got a little work to do. Go look at it and see what I'm talking about. What about Bitcoin? What AB Bitcoin looking at? What AB? Devon, what is that an acronym you asking me? What AB BTC looking at? My mind is fried right now on Sunday. My Falcons lost today. So bro, what acronym are you getting? Are you saying what about Bitcoin or what is he saying here? Somebody said AB mean about. Okay, about. So what about Bitcoin? Yeah, they're saying Bitcoin is going to be somewhere between $150,000 $200,000. I mean, we can just do a quick little Fibonacci on it. I got to watch my young OGs out here, my little young ones out here. They be hitting me with the acronyms and stuff. I be like, what? Wait, help me out, man. We have this drawn up already for you, AB. Check this out. Did you see what I did there? I was just calling you AB. All right, so check it out. I got a couple joints up here. So let's just go to this one because I already know I have some stuff charted out. We already talked about this. Let's click on this BTC right here. Boom. And so we already have some, what is called, look, check this out. This is called a trend-based Fibonacci. So trend-based Fibonacci extensions. And if you want to know if they absolutely work, they do. This was the bear market of 2022 when Bitcoin was down here around $15,000. So that's called a low point. And up here, when it did this was the swing high. So this is a low, this is a swing high, back down to a swing low, which was this area right here. So notice that we go from here to here, down here. And that gives us a projection of what Bitcoin could do. So from this low, look at what happens here. I told everybody from that low, Bitcoin could do this. Look, 62,000. Look, Bitcoin was down here at $48,000. Look at the fibs, 62, 70. Look, there's your 50% level, 77, 84 right there. There is 94,000 right there. Here's the top right here, $107,000 Bitcoin, which it absolutely did. Somebody say got it. And then once that played out, we had a new trend-based fib, meaning from this low right here to this swing high to this swing low for this trend-based fib of where we are right now. So if you're asking me what can Bitcoin do, you're getting the answer in front of everybody. Pay attention. This was the low that we was at, $74,000, almost 75. Remember that? Let me show you the date in case you forgot. That was when Bitcoin was here in April of this year. It was down here around $75,000. From that low, there's your 23% level, 87,000, 95,000. Look, the 50% level, $101,000 Bitcoin. Look how many times look, remember I told you about that trampoline? Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. From the 50% level, up here to the 786, $117,000 Bitcoin. Came back down here to retest this, 618, 108. And this is where we are right now. Tapping this, 117, and we're just up under it. Somebody say, damn, bro, I forgot that you even showed us this right here. We're sitting here. We got that rejection at 117. I can't make this stuff up. Well, don't worry. I'm going to double down and show people when I screenshotted this for them. But look at where Bitcoin is going. Here's your 1618, $162,000. Because once it comes back up here, look, there's your 128 right there. There's 162, $216,000 Bitcoin if it goes to the 2618. The 3618 is 271. The top of this Fibonacci is around $300,000. Bitcoin can do any of those numbers. No one knows where it's going. We have to start charting it on its way up, and we'll be able to tell as it progresses up. But these are the numbers that it can do from where it is right now. Now let's go here and show you when I screenshotted this so you can understand that as we got up here, peep game, as we got up here and got this rejection at 117, $117,000, and we got rejected, and people are going to act like I didn't know that that could happen. Well, you're about to find out right now. Let me go find this. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be crazy because some people play too. Oh, no. I'm gonna take a walk on this. I'm gonna walk around because this is one of those flexes right here. This is one of those flexes right here that is just like, we gonna stop playing with you. Watch this. I'm gonna take a hey, put this up here, GIs. Because I'm responding to everybody today. All the haters and everybody. GIs left a bunch of clown emojis up there. Let me just walk around on here. Let me do some stretches for them. I'm stretching for you real quick. I get the circulation of GIs. What does that stand for? Google eyes? You making Google eyes at me? Is that what it stands for? Check it out. Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm about to flex because I keep reminding people that charting is necessary. My stuff teaches you how to do it. Look at this. I'm first going to this blank chart here for Bitcoin. Pay attention. The last rejection that Bitcoin got up here was the all-time high of 124. That's called a high. This is a high. And then it came slamming down here, roll back up. This is a lower high, which means it's in a downtrend. So I'm going to go ahead and project that downtrend for you. Here it is right here. This is what Bitcoin is doing right here. This was the last high that it created, $124,000. Came down here, found support. So we have the trend line to the bottom. And as it ran up here, this is called a lower high. And look at the number. I can't make this shit up. Look at the number. It's about 117,000. Here's where I start flexing on people that think this is a game. This is a screenshot from my computer on June 16th. I want to remind you that today is September the 22nd. And on June 16th, I charted this out in front of my entire audience. Bitcoin was $108,000. it was right here at $108,000. And I drew this trend-based Fibonacci up, and I told everybody, 618 is 112. Here's the 786, 122. You get all of this information right here. Look, you're going out here, and you can see all of these information. So this is where we was right here, right? As this started pulling up, we redrew this out. Look, I'm showing you so you can see it. We redrew this out so that you can see it. That's the bottom. And now we have the redraw here. And look at where the 786 is, 117. Somebody say, that's not even close to true. It is, my boy. I'm find another one too. Scrambled eggs and cheese on this one. This is just scrambled eggs and cheese, man. That's it's just people going to absolutely stop playing games. This is from June the 9th. I'm just going to go back and show some screenshots here. Where is Ethereum? I'm going to open this up. It's just time to flex a little bit. I don't show these screenshots enough. And it's just about time for me to go ahead and start doing it, because we're going to have to stop playing games with this information. What is this right here? This is the Crypto Total 3. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, too. This is going to be flex time. Flex. It's flex. Check this out. I got these two screenshots up. I might as well go ahead and show them. This one is Ethereum. Let's go ahead and look at Ethereum real quick. I don't do this enough, but today is one of those moments where I'm flexing. It is what it is. Ethereum is sitting at $4,300. Ethereum is sitting at $4,300. Let me pull this up. This is crazy. This is crazy. So let's go back here to a daily chart. Let me put it on a daily chart. And let's go back here to June for shits and giggles. This is Ethereum, okay, on a daily chart. And we're just going to go back here. Look, this is March, April, May, June. Cool. So this is the June area right here. Well, let's zoom in on this. Let's zoom in on this. What do you see here? I don't see much of nothing, my boy. I don't see nothing. Well, what do you see over here? This is June the 9th. Look, pay attention. June 9th for Ethereum. I showed everybody that Ethereum was in a down channel. And I said Ethereum broke out here and consolidated here. This is the 50% level that I showed everybody. See, I got the proof of this stuff. So it was in a down channel. Look at the EMA ribbons cross right here. I circled it for you. This was a descending channel. Everything up here is resistance. Everything down here is support. This is my swing high. This is my swing low. The 50% level is here. We broke out right here where these EMAs also cross. Ethereum runs up here, starts finding support on top of this 38% level. And I said, when we break this 50% level, $2,700, you are going to see Ethereum run up here. Look, the top of this Fibonacci is $4,000. Well, Ethereum is $4,200 right now. This Fibonacci was drawn on June the 9th. Ethereum was $2,600. I told you that when that shit broke this, look at where it was. It was trading under the 50% level, right there, the green line. I said, when it breaks out, you're going to be looking at a $4,000 Ethereum. I'm not going to argue with people about this stuff. This is where you are today. I should do this more often, just to go back and remind people, like, where have you been, my boy? You know how much money we made from this stuff? This is a look. I gotta remind people. I gotta go back and show the archives. I'm just going in the archives and showing people. I screenshot this stuff, and I just gotta go back and remind them. He's like, you don't remember me charting that in front of everybody, bruh? Okay, let's continue. I got another one. I'm just going back in the archives and showing people right here. Gee, this is crazy right here. This is the total three. The total three controls over 90% of all altcoins. Over 90% of them. Facts. The total three does. So what are we going to do here? We're going to go back to July the 10th. Oh, gosh, this is funny. Well, I'm on a daily chart here, so let's go back to July the 10th here. This is March, this is April, this is May, July, this is June, this is freaking July. Now, pay attention to this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You're about to see it with your own eyes. About to see it with your own eyes. Peep game. Let me bring it up for you right here. Look. July the 10th, the total three. This controls your altcoins. Look at what was happening. We was in a descending channel, and I drew up this Fibonacci. The total three market cap was under $1 trillion. It was 899 billion. These are only facts, ladies and gentlemen. And so here's the screenshot, and look at the Fibonacci. Right? You see what I did there? And so I had this fib drawn up, and I said, hey guys, listen. This is your swing high. This down here is your swing low. Look at where we were sitting at. We were sitting we were sitting at 899, which is under the 50% level of 903 billion. I said, when we break this, you're going to be, look, the 618 is 939 billion. The 786 is 989. The 100% level on this fib is $105 trillion. Well, let's draw that Fibonacci back up right now. Here it is. Look, pay attention. We was at about 958 billion, which was this high right here. Well, let's go ahead and do it in front of everybody now. Here's your swing high, and here's your swing low down here. And so now let me go ahead and put on the custom Fibonacci and see. Oh, damn, player. Oh, damn. Oh, man. This $111 trillion is on the Fibonacci. You was looking down here at 900 billion, and I told you when you break this 50% level, it is going to slide up these fibs. 105, now 111. It's climbing up the fibs. Man, come on, bro. It's a lot of money. And we just sit back and watch it. And it's like, I told you. That was July. I told everybody. For anybody that didn't want to listen, let me show you how much money you left on the table. From the 50% level right here, the market has came in here and dumped $250 billion in your altcoins. From the 50% level, that right line up here to where we are right now, follow the bouncing ball. Hundreds of thousands, 379 million, $250 billion has came flying into your altcoins. And I told everybody in July, we are going to break this 50% level, and these things are going to go nuts on you, and nobody wants to listen. I got too many people coming in here now in September talking about, well, when is the altcoin season going to be? Fuck, we already, $250 billion is already in these altcoins, and you bothering me about altcoin season. We are $250 billion in already. Is this true? See, I don't. Today is one of those days where I'm just showing the receipts, because you got too many people coming here. Well, he only show up when the market is booming or it's popping or it ain't popping. He only show up. I've been here. Where you been? And today is one of those days where I'm reminding people where you been at. I'm flexing today. I'm just showing the receipt. Because I'm just going to remind people, I've been here with Crazy Alpha. And here's the next one. I'm going to show it. If this is not one of those lies that you like, you're more than welcome to get off. I understand. This is a hard pillow to swallow today. I got to be honest with you. This one is a hard pillow to swallow today. If you don't want, if this is too much for you, I totally get it. You got to I get it. But it ain't going to stop me. I'm reminding people today. You know what else was here on July the 9th? July the 9th at 9:49 p.m. when the market was $871 billion for the total three. That means your altcoins. I showed everybody this chart. Look at it. The market was $871 billion. Peep the chart. Look how dope the chart is. I showed everybody that we was in a macro downtrend. So on the daily chart, I said, hey guys, we're in a macro downtrend. Everything up here is resistance and everything down here is support. And I had these orange bars. These orange bars represent support for the entire total three. All your altcoins, this was support for them, around $721 billion. And this is an orange bar up here, which was between 908 and 916 billion. Once we got up here, I said, listen, this was resistance for us. I said, once we get up above this, your altcoins are going to go ape shit. Pay attention. Altcoins, it's right here in plain words. Altcoins go ape shit when we get closing support candles back above this orange bar right here, this one. We was at 871 billion. The altcoin market now, total three, is over $1.1 trillion. So let me just redraw that out for you. It looks something like this. Basically, this was the downtrend, like this. You see over there. And down over here where there's $908, $900 it was like this. You go right here and you do something like 908, which is something right here, right there, boom. 908 to like 916, right about there, right? And you zoom in like this, right? And I said, when we get past this orange bar, your altcoins are going to go ape shit. It's right there. You see it? July the 9th. When we get past that orange bar, which we was not at that particular point, we were just trying to break out. Let me turn this green so y'all can see it, because I don't want you to be confused, because it was green over here, so it got to be green. So I said, we are breaking out. Look, I said, we're breaking out of this trend, this downtrend here. Let me remind you, look, this downtrend. I said, we're breaking out right there at 871 billion. And I said, we're going to approach this. And when we get past that orange bar, your altcoins are going to go ape shit. Well, I'm not going to argue with people. This is the break. Look, it breaks out right here, runs up, gets a little bit of rejected. Look, somebody said gets a rejection, pulls down here, then look right here. Bing! That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is getting past the orange bar. And in case you think this is a joke, from here to where we are right now, that's $200 billion and has been as high so far as $264 billion. But I told you this back in July. It's right here. People are wondering, when is the money going to come into altcoins and stuff like that? Where was you at in June, July of this year? Where was you at in February of this year? I've been doing this since 2022. I have literally created millionaires with my lives. The information is solid. And I got to go back and remind people sometimes. I've been giving this information away for free. You don't even got to buy my course on some of this stuff and still be in a place to absolutely crush the market. The course just gives you an advantage over everybody else. Somebody say, everybody else. Everybody else. It's true. It's true. It's facts. These are only facts. Woo! Something, ain't it? Is there anything else that I need to share with you guys today? Anything? I'm just looking. Because there might be something else here that I need to just be like, look. Oh, man. I don't even know why I need to show this. No, I ain't showing that. That's just too much of a flex right there. What is this? I don't even want to do that because some people would just be upset with me on that one. I got something. Y'all mind? It's 12:30. I know y'all ready to go to sleep. Some of y'all got to go to sleep, and I get it. But this is going to be for the late night owls. Everybody don't need to see this live anyway because this live right here is just going to be something else. This is a different type of live. For those of you guys go to work tomorrow, you got to go to sleep and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to get off because I'm just going to start going back and showing people what this alpha look like. So I get it. But so everybody don't need to see this, and that's cool with me. Let me go ahead and show this real quick. Yeah, we getting ready to. We finna really, really make this. This finna be crazy. Y'all about to see something that a lot of people don't get a chance to see because they ain't been around long enough. I'm going back in the archives. Sarah, I'm going way back. Rui, I'm going back. I'm going back into the archives, like back. Like back. Let's go here. Ooh. Trust me. Just give me a second. You're gonna see. You're gonna get a chance to see for sure. I'm just pulling things up here. Yeah. This, that. Charting, screenshots. Bam. This is too much. Where's MicroStrategy at right now? I'm about to start flexing, boy. Real hard right now. This is about to be real flex. I'm going to the stock market. Somebody say he going to the stock market. Where's MicroStrategy at? MicroStrategy is at $344. This is one of those ones where you just drop the mic. I can literally, is this the mic right here? I'm about to drop the mic. Sean, watch this. I only need a couple people to be here. If only Sean and everybody else remain, I really don't really care. I'm going back here to March of this year. And I'm going to a stock because some people think that my course is just for crypto. And once you learn how to chart on my course, it's for everything, including stocks. So I'm going to go back to MicroStrategy here on March the 21st in front of everybody. And I'm going to show you something. This is about to be crazy. Receipts about to cook. The microphone is up here because it's going to be a mic drop for sure. Peep game. This is MicroStrategy right here. This is MicroStrategy. They own the most Bitcoin, period. Right? 600-some thousand Bitcoin. So we're going back to March 21st. Peep game. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on this calendar. And I'm going to slide this back to March 21st. March 21st. And I'm going to click go. And it tells me that March 21st was right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Go down here to March 21st. Bam. Right there. And I'm going to drop that line there. Now, I want to show you something. MicroStrategy is $344. You see it? It's $344. Look at this. Look at this. Look, I want to remind you and show you so you can see what I'm doing here. I did this. I told everybody that this like this. I showed everybody this. Then I showed everybody this right here. See? Right there. And where it was, I grabbed this top and this bottom because this was the bottom right here that it found support. And I drew that support line. Look, down here is what I did. I said this is support for it right there. So that's what that was. And then I said, if that's my low point, My high point is here where we got that rejection. So somebody say, got it. If this was my low point, the high point was here. So from this high to this low, I now have a proper Fibonacci that I can draw out. Right? Somebody say, yeah, I got it. There's a proper fib that we could draw. Look. So on that fib, you can see here that this was, you see it? Somebody say, yeah, I do got it. Look, let me show it to you again. Look. Look at this. MicroStrategy is going up here. You don't have to believe me. From 512 up here, this right here, guess what this number is? It's $687. You don't have to believe me. This is where MicroStrategy is going because I have the Fibonacci drawn up. And this was March 21st that I showed everybody. I said MicroStrategy is going to break out of this and it is going to go up here, ladies and gentlemen, to this 687. Let's just continue. It's at 344 right now. It was at 304. You could have got it at 304. Let's continue to show some more stuff here. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody say boom, boom, boom. Let's keep on going. Ooh, this was 798. Wow. What is this? This is the total 3. Go back to the total 3 on this one. I can't believe this one's here. This was March. March 14th. Total 3. Look at this chart. The total 3 was $798 billion. Look at the chart. I told everybody, I said, hey, I'm just noise. All this down here. I'm just noise. We was in an ascending channel here, and I have things drawn out showing everybody that in this ascending channel where we're going up. Look, this was 750, 770, 791, 815 billion. The high up here, 854 billion. And as this started to swing up like this, look what's up here in this chart. Well, you know we're over $1 trillion now. But in March, I was showing everybody this was swinging up and that we was going to be making the noise to come up here and climb these stairs. We're over $1 trillion now. See? Total 3. We're over $1 trillion. I'm just going through my charts now just to remind people. Let's continue. Let's continue to see some more stuff up here. Woo. I'm just going through these things. Look at this stuff. While this was happening, we was trading that. Look, this is 311. On 311, we was also trading this stuff. I was up about $9,000 on these trades. 5, 10, 20Xs, 5X. I see, I keep this stuff as receipts. So if I'm showing you this on a chart on 311, I also got a screenshot to show you that I'm in active trades on 311. Now I was up about $9,000. And over here, it shows you here on 311, when the market switched and I went short, I was up about $30,000 shorting the market. Let me say that again. Here on 311, I'm long for $9,000. But on a different time frame to show you how the pros work, on 311, I'm also shorting the market on a shorter time frame, up 30 G's over there, shorting the market. Wait, you can do that. You can be in longs in one account and go to another sub account on a smaller time frame and be short. People play too much, and I just got to remind them that this is how we move out here. We make money going up and down the market. And I'm just reminding people where this is at. Here is Bitcoin right here. Uh-oh, this is going to be important. This is going to be important here. Let's go. This is a Bitcoin chart. This one happens to be 311. This, I cannot lie when you see this. This is going to make somebody mad. I promise you. Whew. Bitcoin is $114,000 right now. Pay attention to this. March the 11th, I was also charting Bitcoin. Bitcoin, see, Bitcoin here. Bitcoin was $80,000. And look at this screenshot. I went all out. I told everybody that $52,000 and some change was the baseline of support. I said support, 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 support. I showed everybody this line right here. I said Bitcoin ain't coming back down to 52,000. Stop it, right? Look at where we was at. We was at 80,000. We was at 80, okay? And so I told everybody, look, as we found support, look, this was a break of resistance here. Support, look at the little green circle, right? Ran all the way up here to $108,000 Bitcoin. When we pulled back, I put a cop car right here. I said, buying here is like stealing gains and the cops are gonna arrest you. Bitcoin was here at $80,000. You see it right there? There's the $76,000 line right there. And at 80,000, which is where it was, I circled it right here and I said, buying Bitcoin here is like stealing gains. I put a cop car right there. This was March the 11th. I don't want to hear it. I told her, this is at 114. I put it right, it's right there. I said, the police gonna come get you. Buying Bitcoin down here is like stealing gains. Somebody gonna lock you up. What? I'm sure. So every now and then I have to do a live and I got to go back and remind people what I've been telling people as I go live pretty much 3, 4, 5 times a week sometimes, whatever. I do this stuff and I take screenshots just to make sure that I can go back and show people. For anybody that's coming in here that's a non-believer and all that stuff now, every now and then I'm just going to go back and say, this is what people have been getting for months and years. We're just showing the receipts now. This shit is like stealing gains. Let's keep going. It's like stealing gains, man. Like, man, they gonna come, the folks is gonna come get you. Oh, this one's gonna be crazy right here. This next one I'm about to show you, again, this is way more dramatic than strategy. Hey, double tap the screen if you loving this because this is just receipts. That's all. This is all. All of this was March 11th, by the way. We're in the March 11th section because I was going in on telling people, I was like, are y'all crazy? This is Tesla. March 11th. This is Tesla. Tesla was $222. Here's the chart. I screenshotted it. March 11th. Look at my technical analysis. So dope. At $212, I drew a yellow line here and I said, this is a very important line. If Tesla falls below that yellow line, it is going to crash down to the bottom side and you'll be able to get it cheaper down here, 175, 150, 125. But I said that yellow line, Tesla, which is sitting at 222 and the yellow line is 212. So where was Tesla? Tesla was over here. I said, ladies and gentlemen, look, I said Tesla is going to absolutely, now that it's back down in this area, it is going back up here to $400 and something. It's going to be 100% gain on your money. These are facts. And people's like, nah. Well, look at where Tesla's at right now. I'm telling you, when it was 222, I charted it out for you and said, if Tesla gets anywhere close to this yellow line down here, you got to buy this shit. Because buying it where it is now at 222, which is where this is now, I said it is going to run up on you 100%. It's going to go up here. I'm still a little short, guys. But it's at 426 right now. It is going to keep going. You don't believe it? Here's a Fibonacci for you, guys. 490 is on the way. It's sitting at 431. This is not a joke. Swing high, swing low. Look, there's $281 right there. Rallied all the way up here to the 50% level. Got rejected. Came back to test $281 to make sure it was support. This is the 38% level. There is you getting back above the 50% level. Tesla, as we speak, is tapping on the 786, which is $431, is tapping on the door right now. It's going back up here. I told everybody this on March the 11th. Buy Tesla down here is going back up 100%. Facts. We made so much money. Oh man. I'm having a good time. If this live this might be for me today. If nobody else is watching this live right now and listening, this live is for me because I got to go back and remind myself. I just got to go back here and remind myself. It's not a game. It's not a game at all. No, ma'am, and no sirs. Okay, let's go in here and see. Oh, let me see what else we got here. Oh man, look at this. Whoa. This is nice. This is just a nice one right here. This is March 8th. Bitcoin was 86,000. And I just showed everybody on this one that this was support down here, 81,000 right here. This was like a second line of support, 78. But this was just me showing everybody that this was support down here, right? If you don't know what this is the 50-week and the 200-week moving average. This is, yeah, that's the 200 and the 50. And I was just letting everybody know, like, hey, that's support. Bitcoin ain't going below that. That was fun. Here's another one. March the 2nd. Check this out. This is finna be crazy. Some of y'all finna think I got a crystal ball, but it's just charting, guys. All it is charting. Where's 107 trillion big? Oh. Total 3. Okay, check this out. 107 trillion. Watch this. Let me just take a line and draw on 107 trillion. Boom. Peep this out. This is March the 2nd. Ooh, wee. We got to go all the way back to March. February. This is, oh my gosh, family. Nah, that is not even close. Dude. What? Look at this. Look at this. March 2nd. Total 3. $897 billion. Remember, this controls your altcoins. Look at this chart. Descending parallel channel. Everything up here is resistance, support, right? Look at this. I drew 2 lines here. There's the 908, 916. And we was breaking out there. But look at this green line that I have up here. 107. I said, when we break out here, this high right here, we're going to come back up here to this high and surpass it. This was March the 2nd. Guys, look. This is the 107 line. This was that channel that was descending down. And I told you, I said, we're going to leave this 897 billion, which is down here, guys. And I said, we are going to swing back up and we are going to recapture that green line of 107, which we have done and eclipsed. We're at 1.11 trillion. Breakouts. I've been charting this stuff for people. It's March 2nd. Today's September. Right? Yep. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's get into some real gangster shit. Oh my God. Where's the stochastic RSI? We got to go to Bitcoin. I'm going to Bitcoin. I'm pulling up the stock RSI. This is going to be dope. I'm on a weekly chart here. This is a weekly chart that I did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is about to be crazy. This is Bitcoin on, let me go to Binance. This is February 21st. February 21st. Good gosh almighty. Good gosh almighty, man. Where was we at? $96,000 there? Look at this. February 21st. Only 16 times was the weekly stochastic RSI oversold for BTC since January 2018. I'm going to back this up so you can see this again. Only 16 times was the weekly stochastic RSI or the stock RSI oversold for BTC since January 2018. And I put a green line down here and circled every time it absolutely bottomed out to complete oversold. Not this, not above the green line, but the absolute bottom. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Only 16 times since 2018. Bitcoin was sitting at $96,000. Sitting at $96,000. I went to swing high, to swing low, back to swing high, and the Fibonacci's you can see up here, we were sitting at 96, and I told everybody this is going to slide up here, and we're going to hit, look, you can see up here the 1618 is 143. But look, this is where, look, you can see it now. This was the last time in February, guys. This was February 21st. And so I showed you this right here. See, back here, this is February. When this thing bottomed out right here, you've only seen this bottom out down here 16 times. We are going up. Man, this is crazy. I haven't looked at this stuff in a minute. This is dope. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh. You know what's going to be funny? I actually gave a prediction on this. Not a prediction, but a probability. Yo, this is just a screenshot for me right here. $184,000 Bitcoin. Look, this is February 18th. While I'm charting this, we was heading down here. Bitcoin was sitting at 95.5. Look where I had it here. I was looking at the moves, right? This move from this bottom right here, when Bitcoin bottomed out right here, we did 100%. Look, that was a 100% move. When Bitcoin bottomed out here and went from here to up here, that was 191%. I said from this bottom, which was down here at this 90, look, this was all the bottom was at 95,000. I said 100% move is going to put Bitcoin up here, 184 grand. I can't wait to see what happens in the future for this, because when Bitcoin goes up here, I'm just going to be able to tell people nanny nanny boo boo, because I got the receipts from February 18th. This chart is already screenshotted for sure. Oh, I can't wait to see. Woo, Bitcoin, I can't wait. Woo, 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 woo. Now, here's something this is crazy. February 10th, total 3. This is total 3. Total 3 is at $1.11 trillion right now. This is going to be sickening. This is going to be sickening. Check this out. I showed everybody because a bunch of people was wondering, like, how do you actually, this is crazy. Oh my God. We got to go back to February the 10th. Oh my gosh. Look at this, man. Here, we're February the 10th. Look at this. February the 10th. Click. Go. February 10th, we're looking at this. Look back here. This is all February stuff. Now look at this chart right here. I don't know what that is, Calvin. On February the 10th, the market was $891 billion for the total 3, which controls altcoins. And I started drawing out the roadmap for where it was going to look at where it was. It was under $900 billion. We was here. See that green dotted line? $891 billion. I drew up the chart to show you where the altcoin market was going to go. Look at the numbers. People play around too much. Look at the numbers. 925, 938, 976, 989. $1 trillion, trillion three, trillion five, trillion six. Up there is $1.7 trillion and up to 11. Look, you can see it up there. 7-11. Those green lines up there. That's 100. Look, I told everybody this in February. Look, I know how to chart. I'm telling you, in February, I drew this up and told everybody we was going to leave this number and we was going to go climbing up these numbers. And I gave exact numbers because I knew where the tops were. We had to retrace back to those tops all the way to trillion, 103, 105, 106, 107, 108. Like, I showed everybody the stair step in February. Oh, man. It amazes me when some people come to the lives and they're like, duh, or they say, I'm like, bro, we've had a roadmap for what is going on. People have had a roadmap since February. The stuff that's happening right now doesn't even phase them, but they have the screenshot of that. Go back and look at your screenshots. You can see this is boss life over here. Let's keep going on these screenshots. It's insane. How the hell somebody get March, April, May, June, July, August, September? 7-month advance on your gains. So some of y'all not think about it. From February, 7-month advance on your gains. I showed you where the market was gonna go. That's standing 10 toes down on business. That's standing on business right there. I don't care what nobody. That is standing on business right there. Golly. No, that's crazy. All right, let's see what else we got here. That is nuts. Nah, bro. You gotta be kidding me, Calvin. I got another one. I got another one for you here. Oh, man, this is January the 29th. This just keeps getting better and better. This is getting better and better. Look at the altcoin market cap. Look at the total 3 market cap. It's $1 trillion for the most part. Look at this. I have a trend line drawn here, and this said sell. And so if this is a sell, and we're coming up here and we're finding support here, the next thing you see is these go from red. You get a buy signal, and it goes this way. Look at the numbers. All the way through. There's a dotted line that I have up here, and look what it says. $1.13 trillion. And the high was 1.1 trillion. This was January 29th. The altcoin market is sitting at $1.1 trillion right goddamn now. It is September, and I showed everybody this chart in January, and it says here the high 1.1 and up here is 1.3, 1.13. We were sitting at $1 trillion. I showed everybody this chart. Look, we was bottoming out here, and I showed everybody. That's just a little bit crazy. That right there is just, see, these are the receipts. They just keep coming. Because I don't want y'all to think that I got lucky on one. Well, I'm just going to keep on showing the receipts just to going all the way back and be like, these are pretty exact numbers. I mean, shit. Let's look at dog with a hat. Dog with a hat. Because maybe you're just getting lucky because it's It's Bitcoin. Anybody can chart Bitcoin and stuff. But well, let's look at a meme coin. Let's look at dog with a hat, shall we? Let's look at dog with a hat. If I show people this, they go, I'm just, I'll save that one because that's just going to be, somebody not going to like, they're not going to like it. I'm going to save that one because that one's going to go crazy. That's going to break the internet. I'm sorry. That one there right there is going to break the internet. I'm going to save it. Just trust me. I'm going to save that one. All right, let's see what else we got here. That's the market cap. That's Bitcoin dominance. No. This is 2024 now. This is... Rui said, "Uh-oh, here come 2024." No, Rui, man, 2024 gets crazy, Rui. I mean, it's stuff like that. I'm trying to choose what I want to show and what I don't because these receipts are crazy, bro. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin was $94,000. We was looking at Bitcoin. This is November the 20th of 2024, and Bitcoin was in a descending channel right here. It broke out of that descending channel, right? Boom. Look at this. And I showed everybody, I said, this is a wedge, support. And this right here is resistance. And I said, we're breaking out of this. Bitcoin is going to leave $94,000 and it's going up to 100 plus thousand. Look, this was me charting it, showing everybody that this is how it works. Leaving down here from this Bitcoin of $68,000 and breaking out 68, 70,000, just charting people and showing it the breakout. Showing the run up. You see it? Some people can't stand this. Yeah, this live right here is not going to be my most popular live. I get it. I absolutely damn get it. I just promise you, I just absolutely damn forget. I just get it. Uh-oh. Here's the total crypto market cap. Oh, shit. This ain't the total 3. This is the entire market cap right here. Uh-oh. We got to go back to November 18th of 2024. Uh-oh. And we got to go to a daily chart. Uh-oh. A daily chart back in November? Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. September, November. Oh, people not going to like this at all. They absolutely not going to like this. November the 10th. Let me go ahead and bring you up. November the 10th. No, people not going to like this. They not going to like this at all. Well, I'm not going to beat y'all up too bad on this one. I'm just going to show you to you. I'm just going to let's just keep things moving. Let's keep things moving. November the 18th of 2024 for the total crypto market cap. That means everything, Bitcoin, every single crypto. On the daily chart, I showed everybody that this was resistance. $3 trillion. Look. Bing, 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 bing. I said, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is support line. This is a resistance line. We're going to break out of this. Bitcoin has zero choice. Right? And I said, because we are in an upwards momentum, it is going to break out of this. It won't stay here. Look at how accurate this is. We're sitting at $3 trillion back then. This was November of 2024. Well, the total crypto market now is approaching $4 trillion, which means effectively from the time that I showed you this, the market has went up $1 trillion with a T. $1 trillion for the most part. I'm rounding up. $1 trillion has came into these cryptos. There's a receipt right there. $1 trillion. Do you know how much money that is? It's ridiculous how much $1 trillion is. Almost $1 trillion. Let's just keep going. Uh-oh. Nah, fam. You're not finna do this, bro. I know you're not finna do this. Well, I am. This is gonna stun some people. We're going back to November 8th. Listen, everybody, watch this. This one right here is really, really, really gonna stun you. I promise you, it's impressive. We're gonna look at the total crypto market cap on the daily chart. Oh my gosh. We're going back to November. Whoa, boy. This is about the best. This is going to mess some people up. Yeah, dang. This is probably one of my best charts. I got some good ones, but this one right here, this receipt on this one, I can win an award on this. I can win a fucking award on this. I'm not lying. How many people got on here? About 1,200 or something like that. 12, 13. I'm going to draw this chart up in front of everybody right now so you can see it. This is scary how good this is. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This one makes me proud. Here we go. On November the 8th, 2024, I made a screenshot of the total market cap on the daily. Now, before I show you this whole chart, I want to draw it back out for you real time so you can see it. So what I told everybody, I said, hey guys, this right here is a flagpole, okay? And this right here is a flag. This is called a bull flag. And when you break out of the bull flag, you go absolutely nuts, okay? So I told everybody, I said, from here to up here was like 142% or something like that. It's like 142%. This is from this breakout to up here is like 142%. But guess what that did? That created another flagpole, okay? And that also created another flag in the market. And I told everybody, I said, we are going to break out of this and you are going to get this. You can't, if you look at it now, you don't think that it's true, except for it is true. Because on November the 11th in 2024, I charted this. The market was at $2.54 trillion. And that's exactly what I showed everybody. I said this was a bull flag and we broke out for 142%. And I said, we are going to break out of this one. Look, I said, we're breaking out of this. I put an orange bar here. I said, when we get past this orange bar, you are going to see the market run up. And I told everybody, it is going to be the length of this right here, which means if I go here in real time and do it for you, look, from here to up here is a direct copy of this, right? And I told everybody, I said, when this breaks out, you're going to get this breakout. Now I'm going to erase this so you can see it. Look at the numbers from the breakout. Pay attention. $3.8 trillion. We're sitting at 3.9 trillion. This is insane. This is how charting works. We broke out like I said we would back in November, and I said we're going to go up to $3.8 trillion. 3.8. This is 3.8 right here, which makes this peak right here 3.9. Look at where we are. No, you're not going to rob me. This line right here is 3.8, which makes this tip right here 3.9, player. We are sitting at 3.9 off of a breakout of a bull flag, and I told everybody that in November of 2024. Nope. I'm just going to say it. My course is worth every penny. It's actually too cheap. Y'all don't want me to keep going down here and looking at these receipts because I might wake up tomorrow, my course might be $997. I'm not even joking. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm not going to do that, but all right. That's way too, man, what? I'm not done. I'm not even close to done. You think that was impressive? You ain't seen nothing. Hey, the next one is even more impressive than that. The next one the next receipt I'm about to show you is even more important and impressive than that one. Was that impressive? Leave some fire emojis if what I showed you was impressive. November of last year, I told everybody that the entire crypto market would be $3.9 trillion. Where we're sitting at right now. Yeah. Well, you wait till you see the next chart. Here go the next one. Here's the next one. I'm going to hit the down arrow. Peep game. I'm going to hit the down arrow here and go to the next chart. This is the total 3, November 4th of 2024. So November 4th last year, look at the chart. Oh, this is about to be insane. This, for those of you who don't remember, we actually named this Fibonacci. I'm going to remind everybody. Just for the people that rock with me, we have a custom Fibonacci that we named in the group, in this community. We named a Fibonacci. I'm about to show it to you right now. Some of y'all don't even know. You wasn't here. So I'm just going to let you just ride off the glory of everybody else that was in this live. Peep this. This community, because of my charting, I named this Fibonacci after our community. Right? I named it in the community. Look, this is the total 3 on the weekly chart. Pay attention. I am going to go from this high right here, this swing high, down here to this swing low. Peep game. Down here to this swing low. Watch this. If I click here, TikTok community altcoin season. Click. When does that happen? Well, pay attention. When the entire crypto market on the weekly chart gets past this 38% level, it's altcoin season. This was the last cycle. Pay attention. This was December 2017. That was the bull market high. This is the bear market. And this is all noise until you get past the 38% level on the weekly. This Fibonacci, this is your altcoin season. Now, this was the bull market high right here of the last season. Look, November of 2021, that's the bull market high. Here's the bear market low. Pay attention. Look at the Fibonacci. This is the bull market high here. This down here is the bear market low. Look down here. Pay attention. I'm dragging this out. Now, what do you see now? Oh, shit. This is the 38% level. Altcoin season started here. Look at where we are right now. 1.13, 1.11. Look, we're sitting here at this Fibonacci. Don't tell me that it's not so, because I showed everybody November the 4th. This is the exact thing that I showed everybody. The entire market cap was down here at $584 billion for the total 3. $584 billion is where we were sitting at. Look it up here on the chart. That 100% level is 1.129. I'm off a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. But I did tell your ass in November of last year that we was going to leave here and we was going up here. That's the first fib. These are facts. This is a chart from months ago. Last year, November, player. Damn near a year ago, I told you that this was going to happen. And I named the Fibonacci in this community. We're sitting where I told you we would be sitting in November. We're sitting right there. I go. Yeah. Damn. That's why, when I'm out and I'm doing stuff or whatever, and people like, he only showing up when it's did. I'm like, check my resume, bro. Check my receipts. You got me messed up. Y'all got to stop letting people say this nasty work out here, man. They did that. What? That is that's super good. Because anybody telling you anything today, right now on YouTube and all that, now, 3 months ago, and I told you in November of last year, this total 3 crypto market cap is going up here to $1.1 trillion. And if you don't start buying damn altcoins now, you're going to be hating yourself for it. I told everybody, screenshots for receipts. You know how much money has came flying into this thing? Well, we know over 500 billion. Facts. These ain't receipts, guys. It's right there. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You mean to tell me right now, as we speak, bruh, this market is sitting at $1.11 trillion, and that was sitting over here on a chart from November? God damn. My boy. And you told everybody that when the market gets past the 38% level on the weekly chart, that's altcoin season, that is going to continue to run. Yeah, that's exactly what I told people. We're entering the altcoin season while everybody else is sitting here talking about, I told everybody, when you get past this, your altcoins are going to run. That's exactly what they're doing. They just getting started too, because the top of this Fibonacci, don't forget, there's a top Fibonacci up here. Look, if I go here and I click on this to my regular custom fibs, don't forget, the next level is 1.65 trillion. And you know I'm going to screenshot it because I'm going to be petty months from now. This 1.65 trillion and the 2618 or 2.49 trillion, I'm going to screenshot that right now. Watch what happens then when I come back and I show that. This is going to be the same type of live. I'm going to be like, I'm going to screenshot it. It'll come back. Don't worry. Sometimes I got to wait for my receipts to really push it on someone. But, I got to endure all of this. So you got to have broad shoulders right here. Calvin, your shoulders ain't that broad. In my mind, I have broad shoulders. And in my head, in my world, I got broad shoulders. You got to have them. Because if you go get on the internet and you going to chart, people going to say all kind of nasty work behind this stuff. And then you just have to wait. I hear you. Okay, I hear the whisper. And then I have to come back and say, oh, but I told you. And while you was keying, we was making hundreds of thousands of dollars. We was trading this stuff all the way up to the top. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then I come back and remind you. But I told you. Remember that? When I told you I was there. Better start paying damn attention. Let's continue. It's that type of live. I'm sorry. We don't do a lot. But this next one is also going to be one that actually, This is October 29th of 2024. This is a stock. It's not any type of stock. It's a stock that's directly tied to crypto. It's Coinbase. I told everybody about it, so we're not going to act like I didn't. The screenshot here is October 29th of 2024. I got a little chart here, by the way. I got a little chart here. Coinbase stock was trading at $219. Damn. And I showed everybody down here. I got a little green line down here. Everybody look at the little green line. Well, Calvin told you that $148 was the bottom for Coinbase. I drew a green line right there. And I said, hey, coming off of this bottom, ladies and gentlemen, I said, we're rallying up right here. And we're sitting up here at the 50% level. It's a little bit above. Look, 219. It is above the 50% level. I said, you should definitely grab Coinbase right now. I'm not a financial advisor, but on October 29th of 2024, I said, being over this 50% level right here, you should definitely grab you some of this particular Coinbase stock. Well, let's go and look at Coinbase right now, shall we? Oh, damn, it's at $342. Oh, damn it. Damn it. So you didn't listen. Oh, shit. Let's go back here to October. 22. Well, we don't have to do it, do we? Because we know that it's not sitting at $219 no more. It's now sitting at $342. Yeah, because it only makes sense. If I'm showing you all the stuff and showing you that the crypto markets is bullish and everybody's buying crypto, well, where are they buying it from? Well, the number one exchange in the United States of America is Coinbase. So if crypto was going up and I was showing you all the charts that this shit was going to go up, the stock has to go up because people are buying a bunch of stock cryptos on Coinbase, and Coinbase is incurring a bunch of fees. Fees when you buy it, fees when you trade it, fees when you sell it. Fees means that they're making money. And if I know they're going to make money, people like me are going to go buy the stock. It just makes sense. Make money in crypto, make money in the thing that actually people are buying crypto on. It just makes sense. I told everybody $219. Buy the shit out of this. Well, yep. It's $342 now. So for whoever didn't listen, it is what it is. Y'all finna stop playing because I got another one. Boy, these receipts just gonna keep coming. They coming fast now. October 29th, 2024. I'm looking at a Bitcoin chart. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go here and look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the price. Jeez, this right here is people gonna find out right now and say, wait a minute, he got a course? Because if he got a course, I'm buying it today. You should. You should. Or not. It's just whatever you want to do. The receipts are cooking. Look at this. Bitcoin is sitting at $114,000. I know that. Bitcoin is sitting at $114,000. When I did this screenshot, it was sitting at $72. Look, follow this. $72,000 is where Bitcoin was. The date is October 29th, 2024. Look at the chart. That's a pretty damn detailed chart. In fact, it's so good, I'm going to flex this way. I told everybody here, this right here is the SMA, the 50, and the 200. It's called a golden cross, by the way. I showed everybody here, Bitcoin 677%. Here, 50% there. Here, 62%. I showed everybody here that this right here was 165%. Look at this one right here. Oh my gosh. We had this pullback. Bitcoin was sitting at $72,000. You see the red line right there? And I told everybody, Bitcoin is going up here. Look at the number. Look up here. I said, Bitcoin is going to go up here, guys. Right there was a little bit short of 110 right there. God damn. You mean to tell me you told everybody this in October? Sure, I did. I actually put a rocket right there. I put a rocket here. I put a rocket here. I said, this Bitcoin is going to rocket from 72,000. It is going to rocket up here to over 100,000, close to 110. I told everybody that in October. Newsflash, Bitcoin is sitting at 114. Those rockets are pretty serious, aren't they? I don't have a crystal ball, though. do know how to chart, though. I do know how to chart, though. Bitcoin was $72,000. We're going to go and look at it right now. We're going to look at the SMA. Oh, we're going to look at the small. No. We're going to look at it. Oh, man. That's crazy, bro. I'm not even going to go back in history. That's it. I don't even have to do it. These receipts are strong, bro. Sirs and ma'ams, these are some strong receipts. We're not making an insane amount of money in crypto in this community because I'm guessing. It should be very clear at this point that I'm a charter. I know how to chart. I have the receipts of my charting, and the money cometh from these charts. God dang, man. Oh, look at this. This is just even more. This is just I'm just going through it joints. I'm just showing people. So I showed them here that we was going up this way, but then people was like, well, where are you getting this number from? I mean, Bitcoin is at 72,000. Where are you getting this $100,000 plus number? And the very next chart shows you exactly where I'm getting it from. Somebody say, oh shit. Bitcoin was $70,000 here. Look at the chart. Let me explain it to you so that you can understand. I put it down here. I said, this is the Bitcoin bottom of 2022, $15,485. This yellow line is the absolute bottom. There's the absolute top right there. So from that top to that bottom, we have what's called a Fibonacci. And on that Fibonacci retracement, there's some numbers here. 28,000, 36, 42, 49, 58. Look at this, 70,000. Up here, 104. And past that, you guessed it, that's 110. Somebody say, oh my God. This right here is a flagpole. This is a flag. This is called a bull flag. And when a bull flag breaks out, I made a copy of the pole, because copying the pole, you can copy this, and that normally ends up being where the actual price action goes. So if you take this and you move it up here like this right here is a copy of the pole. So I knew that it was going to go past 104 and up here to 110,000 because I know how to chart. When was that, sir? Because you just probably made that up. No, that was October 28th. That was October 28th of 2024 when I charted this Bitcoin at 70 grand and told everybody it's going up here to the 1618. And then the next level is going to be past that, which is up there at 120, 130 some thousand. But you can see there at the 110, that was a copy of the flagpole breakout. Receipts. I'm about to show you another one. This is Bitcoin dominance. Oh, I don't just track cryptos, COTC. I don't just track the cryptos. I track Bitcoin dominance too. Wait till you see this one. A bunch of people telling y'all about Bitcoin dominance and all that stuff now, trying to act like they doing something and they've been here and everything is all Gucci. Stop. I'm about to show you something real. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 58% right now. Wait till you see this. This was back in October on the 27th, and I told everybody what Bitcoin dominance was going to do. I don't believe you. I don't believe you one freaking bit, Mr. Hill. Well, peep game. Bitcoin's dominance right now is sitting at 58, and it is in a down channel right now, okay? Matter of fact, if I turn my EMA ribbons on to really show you, it's literally crashing down. It's in a down channel. So this is an up channel, ribbons crossing here to the upside. You do not want to see Bitcoin dominance go up. It'll suffocate your altcoins. But this is where we broke out of this ascending channel, crossed down, and this is now Bitcoin's dominance falling. That's why your altcoins have some life. Okay, well, now that we understand that, let's go back here to October 27th of 2024 when I showed everybody this. Bitcoin dominance was sitting at 59.40. Look, it was sitting here at 59.40 right there. When I did this screenshot, this is, look, so you understand what the date was, right? I said, hey guys, if Bitcoin dominance runs up, it's going to run up here and it'll get a rejection up here, okay? Because that's where that high is. It would get rejected up there. Then it will come back down here to test this 60% level. Facts, okay? And then if you look right here, I said if we come up here and get rejected at this 60% level, Bitcoin's dominance is immediately going to start falling. And you're going to see it fall, fall, fall. This is 48%. I can't wait till Bitcoin dominance is down here. Some of y'all think this is a game, and it's not. It's sitting at 58.40 right now, and we have done all that. See, remember this part right here? This is your 60% level right here. You remember that? We were sitting down here at 59, and I said, if it goes up here, it'll get rejected up here, come back down to retest this to see if it's support. You know what I'm saying? The 60% level coming up here, getting up here, and it got rejected up here, guys. It's coming back down now, like I said it is, and you're going to be looking at Bitcoin dominance down here. I can't wait for that one to continue to play out. Keep doing what you do, Bitcoin dominance. We'll remind those people of that later on for sure. They think this is a game. It's not. S&P 500. Oh, man. Where are you at? Oh, my gosh. Where? Oh, bro. This is the stock market. The stock market has to be in order for crypto to be bullish, the stock market has to continue to be bullish. Wow. Well, let's draw a line at this number right here. What is this? 56.99. Jeez. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Coordinates 5699. I'm not even, let's just show you this. Here's the stock market, guys. The S&P 500 index is 66.64. Yeah, look. On October the 3rd, last year, when I charted this out, I was looking at this on a daily chart, and I was showing this down here. I said, guys, this is going to come down here. This is the stock RSI. I said the stock RSI, just like down here, is going to come down here. It is going to swoop like this, and this is going to go up. Pay attention. Look at where I have this. I said it is going to push up off of this, and look at this area right here. That's 5,900 right there. I said this is going to push up, and you're going to be looking up here. Look, we're sitting at 66.64 now. I showed everybody that while we were sitting at 56.99, I said this is going to go up. We're going up, guys. This is going to leave this area. It's going up here. So it's over 6,000 now, 66.64. In order for crypto to be bullish, the stock market has to be bullish. So it was important for me to show people the stock market was going to continue to be bullish. Even though we had people back in October talking about the stock market is going to crash. The stock market is going to crash. Job numbers is blah, 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 blah. And the stock is going to go down and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's not. It's going to keep on creating higher highs. Stop it. Well, I wish I could go on MSNBC because I'll bring my charts with me and be like, I told people that shit in October. When y'all was telling everybody the stock market was going to crash down, I was like, nope. No, it's not. Absolutely it's not. Nope. Oh, this one right here is going to be really interesting. Oh, my God. Wait till you see this chart. Gee whiz. This chart is crazy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. Y'all not. This is another one of them ones where you're not gonna like, but you gotta respect, maybe. Yeah. Let's just look at it. This chart here shows Bitcoin October the 3rd, 2024. Shows Bitcoin at $61,000. Notice that there's a green line right here. That green line represents $60,000. In October 3rd of 2024, I told people you will never see another $60,000 Bitcoin. Bold ass claim. You're not, listen, in order to respect this chart and this receipt, you got to hear what I'm saying and you got to look at the number. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Bitcoin was sitting at $61,000. $61,145. I went live, was telling people about this chart on October of last year, October of 20, and I said, you will never see another $60,000 Bitcoin. This is a green line. I said, you will never see another $60,000 Bitcoin. We're going up from here because if you look at these candles, this right here, pay attention. This was your bear market, right? This entered us in. Look, this is 2023. This is January. These are monthly candles right here, guys. This ain't not no weekly, daily bullshit. These are monthly candles. Each one of these represents a month. I said this was a bear market. Okay, we're looking at Heikin-Ashi candles to smooth out the price action. I said we went bullish here January of 2023. All bullish. We lost this support for a quick second for 2 months, right? You can see the resistance there for 2 months. Then we broke back above that resistance, back into a nothing but crazy bullishness. And then we got up here to where this was. You see this? This was once resistance. This was the bull market high of last year. We got resisted here, came crashing down. What was once resistance became support for several months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, this is 8 months of support. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm reminding you again, what was once resistance. If these are monthly candles, none of these candles closed above in the last cycle. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, 8, 9, right? 9 months got rejected under 60,000. That pushed us down here. What was once resistance, I told everybody, we got above this and now we're closing candles above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 months of support on the top of 60,000. You'll never see another $60,000 Bitcoin. I told everybody that in October. Now I'm going to go here and click on, this is my stream deck. I'm going to click on this. This says Bitcoin bottom right here. Click. And it brings that chart up. Well, would you imagine that? There's that $60,000 that I told you you'll never see ever again in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is $114,000. And these are all the candles after we broke out of this downtrend right here. I told everybody, this is support. We broke this downtrend. You'll never see another $60,000 Bitcoin. We're sitting at 114. And every monthly candle since then has been nothing but going up. We're never seeing this again. I told everybody that in October of last year. When it was 61,000, that's a bold claim to tell people at 61,000, you ain't never seen another 60,000. I'm old school. Watch this. You got to be old school to even know what that means right there. You come to class, you be like, see receipts. This is why this community thrives. This is why this community is so dope. I can back up my information 100%. 100%. Let me tell you how dangerous that was too. Because you don't know how dangerous that is. See, these are real candles. You don't understand. These candlesticks here, these are Heikin-Ashi candles. They smooth the price action out. You see, these are real candles. Let me remind you. If I go here and I click on the Heikin-Ashi candles, it smooths this out. Listen, pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Clicking the Heikin-Ashi candle smooths these candles out so you understand clearly the direction of what the market is doing, right? So if I go back to a regular candlestick, they look like this. Now pay attention. These are Heikin-Ashi candles, but watch this. When I click down here, look at the next chart. Bitcoin is $61,000. And when I took this screenshot, October 3rd, this candle was a bearish candle. And I told everybody, I'm still telling you, you ain't going to see a $60,000 Bitcoin. On that monthly candle right there, which was absolutely bearish, I said, it ain't going to happen. That was the last candle from the screenshot. That means it was this candle right here. You know, the one that turned from being bearish to straight bullish and busting people ass all the way up here like this. I made this prediction here October 3rd, and that's how confident I am. You'll never see another 60,000. You know how bold you got to be to make that? It's 8 months of support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months of support. No way you seeing a $60,000 Bitcoin. We going up from here. Boom. In my Shannon Sharp voice, Skip. I'm trying to look, Skip. I'm telling you, Skip. The man said ain't gonna be another $6,000 Bitcoin sitting at 114, Skip. Skip, he said 8 months, Skip. He said it's 8 months of support, Skip. He showed everybody, he screenshot it, Skip. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's insane, right? That's insane, right? Man, sometimes you got to go down just these lanes right here just to remind people that we rocking over here. We rocking over here, and we mean business about getting to this money. I don't know who you're following. I don't know who you're following. I don't, I can't tell you what to do about that. But if you're trying to make some real money around here, if you got a dream team of people that you follow when it comes to crypto, I know I'm on that team. I'm Michael. I was just saying, if you got a dream team that you follow on the internet when it comes to crypto, I know I'm on the team. And I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if I'm on the team, I'm just telling you what the deal is. I'm Mike. I'm teasing, y'all. I'm teasing. I don't know who I am on the team. Y'all might have a real good team, man, and I might not even be Mike. But in my mind, in my head, I'm Mike. Shit. That's how you gotta roll, man. I'm Mike. So somebody said, pass me the games, dog. Yeah, boy, that's funny. Bro, it's past my bedtime. Save some of this sauce for tomorrow. Yeah, I will, man. We just going over. Yeah, I know it's 1:36, man. I really, really am like it's this. I'm up late tonight, guys, because this is crazy. I was just going over, man. This stuff, man, to kind of show people that things that I've been saying for some time now is just absolutely super dope. Check this out, just real quick before you go. I know you say it's your bedtime. But let me leave you with this one right here. This last one, trust me, this is good. This is good stuff. Let me show you this real quick, and then I'm gonna shut this down because y'all gotta see just how much you gotta pay attention to this stuff, man. This is no joke. You can make a lot of money if you just really, really pay attention to what I'm saying on these lives. So we're looking at Bitcoin. This is a daily chart, and I want to show you something here. This is really, 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 really good. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. So I'm going to grab this here. I'm going to grab this here. All right. Let's do this. Okay, cool. All right, hold on. All right, cool. I'm just recreating this here because I want to show you something. Check this out. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $114,000. These are only facts. Everything I'm about to say to you is facts. Bitcoin is sitting at 114. When I created this screenshot, and I'm going to show you the date in a minute, Bitcoin was at 57,000. This is super dope. Bitcoin is 114 here now. When I created this screenshot, it was 57,000. Now let's look at the date of the screenshot. The date of this screenshot is August of 2024. August of 2024. Look at this. This was the bull market high of last year, November 2021. This is your bear market low down here, okay? I can pull it down a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. Look at this. Look at your Fibonacci's here, the retracements. Look at the numbers, $29,000, $36,000 Bitcoin, 42, 48, 57, 68,000. Look at this, 1618, $100,000 Bitcoin. Now, August of last year, I did that same thing for everybody, except for I had zones in there as well. And I told everybody, this was a zone we broke out. This was a zone we broke out. This is a zone. I said, we are going to break out of this zone. Bitcoin was $57,000. I said, we are going to look at where we was. We was down here at 57,000 on the support level of the 786. Look at this. I said, guys, we are going to break up here over 100%. Bitcoin is going to leave here and it is going to go 100% and it's going to, I can't make this shit up. Look at where we are. Look where we at now. This is why you can't play around with people that know how to chart and understand these charts. Breaking out of a range to the upside. Bitcoin was down here. The bottom of the range is 15,000. It break up here, and then you get this range of Bitcoin around 25, 26,000. It broke out of this range. Here's the range here, $42,000 Bitcoin. Here's a range here of around 50,000. This is a range here of 60, 70,000 to around, 60. As 57,000, I told everybody, we're going to leave this area. We're going to bush up 100%. You're going to be looking at a Bitcoin over 100 G's. I said that in August of 2024. We're sitting at $114,000 right now. We have gotten over this 102,000. Look, if I do this, if I drag this out, because I'm missing some, I got to put that down there because if I get this down here closer, this is that 102 that you see right there. I can zoom in and get the bottom of this and top of that or whatever, because that's what's going on here. I'm not catching this. I need to get this up to the absolute top and the absolute bottom, because that's where that 102,000 is. But long story short, I told everybody that in August of last year that we would get up over this, and we're going to continue to go. This is where we are now, guys. Ding. Guess what's above that? 156,000. You know what else is dope? Pay attention. You know what else is dope? Guess what Bitcoin is doing? Ranging. When it breaks out of this range, range. When it breaks out of this range, where are we going? I'm going to screenshot it. Don't worry. I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to screenshot it. Just go back and show people and be like, told you. I'm going to shut it down. I'm gonna let y'all go to sleep, because the night one of those nights I had to come on here and just kind of go down memory lane and kind of show people like, yo, these charts are serious. I'm not just on here just playing around with information. Take it serious. Take it seriously. It puts you in a position to absolutely win. Absolutely. Now, I know there was a lot of junky comments, so thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Rui. Thank you for everyone else. I know there's a lot of junky comments in there because a lot of people, they can't stand if I do something like that. Oh, he cocky. Oh, why you ain't talking about this? I could care none. I didn't read none of them comments because I could give a damn less. Because for those that are real, you understand that I've been doing this for a long time, and those receipts right there show you this is not a game. This is nothing to play around with. Even the freaking receipts that I gave you a couple days ago, and I told you about the double top, and I told you about Bitcoin. And so now that it's pulling back, and the market is pulling back, everybody complaining, but not for the people that seen those screenshots a couple days ago. Not those people. They're winning, right? So that's all I got. I'm gonna grab me a little snack, probably like some banana nut bread. I'm gonna put it in the microwave just for about 10 seconds because you don't want to do too much. Just put just a little moisture and a little warmth on it, like about 10 seconds. And put that banana nut bread in the microwave, like. Oh. Somebody said I just had a root beer float, guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, all jokes aside, do you guys appreciate the community? Are y'all glad that y'all part of this community? Are y'all glad y'all part of this community? We take this stuff that we're doing over here is for real, man. The stuff we're doing over here is for real, man. I hope y'all enjoying this community, and you know. Somebody say, hell yeah. Do you teach, bro? Yeah, I do. I got right now. My private coaching and stuff like that is not. The doors aren't open for that. But here's the beautiful thing about that, right? My super simple crypto course, Unlock the Secrets of Profitable Crypto Trading, no coaching required. This video series was originally created for private coaching clients. A lot of them are on the live right now. This is now available for the first time to the public. The public can get this now. So whether you're a beginner looking for strong foundation or an intermediate trader ready to sharpen your edge, these videos are step-by-step guides, proven strategies, proven tools, proven market insights. If you want to take advantage of what would seem like personal coaching and a place where you can watch it and rewatch it and watch it over again, and it's already organized for you, just go here. Trust me, it's worth every penny. Ask anybody. And if you don't ask anybody on this live, did you see the receipts? My trading is for real. Okay. And look, proven strategies, proven tools, proven market insights. I just showed everybody exactly how that works. So blockchainbullhorn.com, right? And Sarah's got it up there too. That's the course. You got my crypto cheat guide and stuff like that. But if you're looking for like private one-on-one type of coaching, watch those videos. It feels just like private coaching because it's not just a screen that you're looking at. It's actually a picture-in-picture. Like you see me in the. Let me just show everybody. Let me show everybody what it looks like because you're basically being coached by me, but you can watch it in your underwear if you want to. So let me show you how this works. Let's go to courses and just show you what it looks like so you can see it. Let's go here, click on this, and go up here and click on this. So check it out. Right, so the back end where you see module 1 and all that, you can see all of this stuff. Custom EMA ribbons, short, medium, long-term trades, right? Understanding candlesticks, support and resistance, understanding trend lines, Fibonacci's, right? Custom Fibonacci's, right? Proper Fibonacci setup, sniper money Fibonacci's, you know what I'm saying? Favorite assets, future spot, trading windows, isolation, leverage trading explained, market limit order, stop losses, take profit setting, trade execution, $100,000 trading strategy, scaling up trades. All of that is in here. Let's pick one of these real quick and just, it doesn't matter. Macro Fibonacci pricing. Let's click on it. Let's turn this up. All right, now that we have our custom Fibonacci tools, let's go ahead and put them to. It's like watching me on TikTok, except for I'm down here and you're getting an opportunity to see me do this on the screen live. What we're going to do is we're going to look at well, not live, it's recorded, but you can watch it whenever you want to. So see? For Bitcoin. And if you stop, it'll tell you where you stopped. It'll say, hey, you didn't complete this whole entire video or something like that. It'll keep up with everything that you do here. And by the way, if you click on this little cogwheel, you can watch this at different speeds, half, 1.25, 1.5, 1 set. You could do all of that, right? You click on this, you can change this right here, 720. It might be auto depending on what you got, but you can change up to 720, make it real clear, watch it on your big screen TV up there. Like, it's super dope. All right. It's like being coached straight up. And you're like, damn, if you miss something, you could go back and rewind it and go back. Whoa, let me see what he said again. And then you could keep on practicing and stuff like that. People do it all the time. Now, I can say that, and it might sound like, okay, now you're just gassing us and stuff like that. But I got the numbers on it. I'm a numbers guy. See, this spins right here. It says product progress for the super simple crypto video course. All the students are over here. Notice that this is a small little thing, which means I can scroll down. And this right here says product progress. So I can see how many people are actually completing the course. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. You better believe that people are completing that course. They are learning a lot. You see that that bar is full and to the right for majority of the people on here. Some people got vacations and stuff. They taking their time and all that. But for the most part, are people completing this? Hell yes. There's no need to even front on that. I can just do this all day long and you can see this. Somebody say he's being totally transparent, guys. This is if you're going to do business with somebody, he can show you the transparency about what people are doing on his course. He's got the numbers, right? Now, that's one thing that's impressive, but also this, logins. How many times have people went to the course, but how many times have they logged back in the course? I got those numbers too. Look at these numbers over here. Somebody say, okay, now it's for real. Not only are they completing the course, but they're going back and re-logging in to go back over certain stuff because they can do that at the comfort of their own home or on a job or whatever. And they're logging back in several times to go back and get that information again. He's got the numbers, right? We can do this all day long. Okay, cool. Somebody say, got it. So for everyone, know that you are grabbing something that is going to change your life. That's for sure. I stand behind it 100%. And you just saw the numbers. People are completing it. They're logging into that thing several times. They are winning. They're getting this information. So if you want to be part of that, that's cool. You can go here, blockchainbullhorn.com, right there. Grab the super simple crypto video course and start putting yourself in position to make insane amounts of money. And that's information that sticks with you for the rest of your life. It just doesn't work on cryptos. It works on stocks, futures, options, all of that stuff. You want to track the economy as a whole. If it has a chart, you're going to be able to chart it and get to the money. That's a fact. Slim R said 497 is expensive. You absolutely don't know how crypto works, and you don't know what kind of information is in there and what that does for you. You're saying 497 is expensive. I got to be honest with you. You got to change your mindset because 497 is actually super inexpensive, to be honest with you. All right. I'm not, but don't take my word for it. Just ask other people in the live. And I do that often. Hey guys, these are your peers. Is 497 too much for this? Let's get a community sentiment on this. I can't control what people are going to say, my boy. Let's see what happens. Is 497 too expensive? Okay. For those that was sitting on the fence and thought that 497 was too expensive for the information I have in that course, look at your peers. These are grown men and women with mortgages and car notes and jobs and stuff. Look at what they're saying to you. So I don't have to oversell it. I don't have to do any of that. Those are your peers. All right. So, and that's the cool thing about having a community and giving so much back to the community. I don't have to walk away or run away from the pricing of my course. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I love this community. I give so much to this community that having my course and being on my lives you're basically getting the damn course for free, to be honest with you. I mean, I know you don't believe that right now because you don't have it, but if you have my course and you're attending my lives, is better than getting an education at a PWI, probably even a Ivy League, because they don't teach you these type of skills. They teach you other stuff, but they don't teach you this unless you take a specific class and it costs money. So, and I can promise you it costs more than $500. Real talk. Can I say something to y'all? I'm not even bullshitting. I'm going to say this and then I got to go. For those of you who are middle-aged like myself, I'm closing my eyes because I gotta really say this the right way. For those of you who are middle-aged like myself, what I'm about to say is going to hit way different. For those of you who are not middle-aged, you're not 40 or 50 or anything like that, or 60 or whatever, 70, you're way younger. It's still going to hit you in a different type of way. You ready? But it's going to hit the middle-aged people harder. I have a friend who's in the education system. Like a high-powered educator, okay? And so I was saying, well, I said, what has changed? Like, give me something that has changed that is impacting people, like, on a major level. And you know what the information was? I know you can't guess it, so I'm gonna give it to you. He said, the way that they're selling books to the kids now. I said, what do you mean? He was like, well, you know, in college, in a university, like a French book might cost $220. A French book. I was like, okay, inflation, okay, but that sounds normal. But he was like, no. But here's the thing. See, when you and I were in school, if you bought a book, first of all, you had an opportunity to buy it used. How many people went to higher education, you could afford a new book and you bought a used one? Say, raise your hand. Let me say, just say me. If you bought a used book, raise your hand. Right? I bought used. Okay. So some people was able to buy a new one. Some people was able to buy a used. I actually bought used, right? Okay. And then I played spades in the Davidson Center to get the other books because I was pretty good at spades. And so whoever was winning spades tournaments, you had to buy the books. So I won a lot of books with spades. That's a different thing. But here's what has changed. Do you know that they sell books now in these universities and it's digital? Wait, what? Ask anybody who has a kid that's in the college right now. I also want to say yes if I'm telling the truth. The books they're selling now, they're transitioning. They're digital now. What? Yeah. So not only do they save money for not having to print books, they no longer have to print books. And if the information gets outdated, they don't have to reprint version 1, version 2, or, no. It's now going digital, which means they also killed the resale market. See, if your kid bought a new book and they wanted to get that education, pay for their education, they want to feel that new book or whatever and have it, nobody else marked stuff up or whatever, they can't even resell it no more. They got rid of the resale game. So the universities are 100% in profit because they don't have to reprint, they don't have to ship, they don't have to do none of that shit. It's just digital. So your kid is paying for a username and a password. Facts. What I'm telling you is people out here complaining about my course, which is $497, which is step-by-step videos. You get a chance to watch me operate on my screen in the comfort of your own house. And you complain about a $497 course that can make you $1 million, real talk. But yet your kids out here paying $200, $300 for a goddamn digital book? Stop. Where's the stop hand emoji at? No, don't do that. 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 Your kids now got to pay $200, $300 for a username and a goddamn password. We finna stop playing out here. No. Everything, what I just said to you is true. They can't even, man, they killed the resale game. The kids can't even make part of their money back by reselling the book. You pay the money and you move on, username, password. That is crazy. That's crazy. Don't ask me to discount my course. Ain't gonna happen. That shit is worth every penny. Sorry. Had to say it. It's got to be said. Things changing out here. What I just said to you is facts. People better get on board and understand that education is everything. This education allows you to build your wealth up whenever you feel like it. 24 hours, 7 days a week, and that's because that's crypto's traded 24/7. You can pass the information down to your kids in case they want a new username and password. Because I can't call it a new book. In case they want a new username and password. Shit. It's crazy. The world is getting nuts out here. All right, that's what I'm leaving out on. Somebody said, man, same AUD is 750 in AUD. 750 bucks in Aussie. Mate. All right, I'm going to save the rest till I go maybe live tomorrow. I'll save the rest of this stuff. But man, what? All right. This is one of those rare occasions where I'm on live at 2 o'clock in the morning. This doesn't happen often. This doesn't happen often. But I gotta tell you, the information that you're getting on this live, man, it's chef's kiss. It's Michelin star. Okay? Chef's kiss, Michelin star around here, okay? It's really, 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 really good stuff, okay? Y'all take this information and you run with it. And build up your financial positions, man. Build up your wealth so no one can actually control what you got going on. All right? I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. It really isn't. Thank you for staying up. For those of you who stay trooped in at 2 o'clock in the morning, let me shout you out. And from people overseas, it's like 6, 7. For they putting in work. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't have to stay on this live, man, but you never know what I'm gonna say on my lives. And just tonight was one. I had a late day, and today I just wanted to be on the live with y'all. I wanted to come on here, and so y'all get some sleep, man. I know I am. I'm sleeping late tomorrow. I'm not getting up till like 2. Even if I wake up, I'm staying in the bed till 2 p.m. I'm not getting out the bed. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So y'all take care of yourselves. I will see. I will see y'all. I might not go live tomorrow because I might just be lazy because we did the most tonight. We did the most.com on this one, this live, but it was worth it. All right, y'all take care of yourself. Peace out, man. If I've earned the right to do business with you, check out my course and my crypto cheat guide. If not, just keep coming back and maybe I'll earn the right to do business with you one day.